you're going to get your Ivory Goliathus mount. That one is going to be this. Goliathus. Was it G-O or G-A? Okay, hold on. Let me actually pay attention to the spelling again. G-O-L-I-A-T-H. G-O-L-I-A. Okay, so then Ivory Goliathus. So this is the pinnacle mount specifically for delvers and people who are wanting to do delve as their main pinnacle content if they're wanting to achieve this by the end of the season. Now, the thing is, right now, a lot of what we can do towards this achievement is locked because we have only 1 through 3 tiers available to us in the pre-season time, because now we've gone from pre-game, you know, to the launch of the game, which now this section here is pre-season, because the season's not just out and it won't be coming out until September 10th, I think. It's either the week of September 10th or 17th. But in any case, we got some time. But that doesn't mean it's wasted time. There's still some things we can do. So anything that's dealing with the tier 8 stuff, we're not going to be able to do, right? So we're within Delv's tier 8. That's just the completion. Check the box if you complete it on the highest tier that rewards loot. And then the lore master stuff, this is something we can start taking a look at. And we probably do want to do it ahead of time because it's going to take multiple days for us to be able to get it. The reason for that is that we have stories that are cycling through our delves. Not all delves are going to have every story available on each day. So we want to take a look at this today to see what we can get done here. Okay, and I'll show you how to indicate which delves have which story on which day and all that kind of stuff. Leave no treasure unfound. This is referring to those the sturdy chests. So if you find those inside of the delve, those are going to be the green ones that you can only open once. And every time you come in after that, they're going to already be open. And then there's nothing you can really do with them. They just kind of sit there. So we want to find all of those. There's 5 of them or 4 of them in each of the delves. It just depends. Each delve is different. We'll go over that in just a second. Spore Sweeper, that's going to be a tier 8 thing, I think. Yeah, tier 8. So we can't really do that one. We're going to have to type in Glory of the Delve each time. I really wish they put in a back button. I know there is an add-on, and I really want to get it for... actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to copy this. And then I'm just going to paste it in there each time. Okay, so back to Glory of the Delve. There is an add-on. You can get a back button, by the way. It's kind of funny that there's an add-on to put a base UI feature in there. All right, so Leave No Treasure. We did that one. Spore Sweeper. It's going to be tier 8. I Take Candle. That's also going to be a tier 8, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I know Take Candle. Tier 8 or higher. So yeah, we're not going to worry about that one. Just Keep Swimming. Also going to be tier 8, I think. Tier 8. Yep. Okay. Glory of the Delver. And then Spider Senses. Yeah, I'm going to say Spider Senses is probably going to be 8. Yeah, so you can see a lot of these are just going to be tier 8 unlockable, but we do have 2 we can get through now. And one of those is going to be multi-day because of daily resets. I'm just double checking myself, making sure I'm not missing. I can't even click on Nemesis. Let me just look up Nemesis, see what that is. Nemesis. Oh, wow. Okay, so we can't even see Nemesis right now. I imagine that's killing Zekfir. Remember, there's that extra delve that's not unlocked just yet that we can't even get into. That one is probably related to Nemesis, and it's not going to be viewable until we get into the season, or it's going to be a feat of strength because they wanted it to be a hidden delve where we couldn't really see it. Okay, Brann Development is going to be raise him to 25. Now, you would think this is available to us, right? Because they haven't said anything about limiting Brann to just being a certain level. But I'll tell you this, I've been doing a lot of delves and I haven't been able to get Brann past level 15. That's kind of been where he's been stuck for me. So sorry on that. I think it's my last alarm. Okay. And then So Brann has been stuck at level 15 for me. And what I had happen earlier before the Tuesday reset is that when I was picking up Brann experience, it was just kind of flopping it into my inventory instead of applying it to Brann. Logged in the next day and it was all gone and Brann's level didn't move up. So those two things kind of indicate to me that maybe we're soft locked at a level 15 Brann, but we're going to be investigating that today too to see if we can get Brann up to level 25. But let's start with that first achievement that we're talking about on if we wanted to get the Lore Master achievement for Delves, what do we got to do? And is there a way to tell if it's possible on a particular day? Let's head over there right now. Also, too, I'm curious if anyone else has had trouble getting their dirigible. I know you're supposed to get it from a quest called Ship It, but for me, it hasn't been available, and I've been doing all Delve quests. So I'm wondering if I I don't know, maybe did things too quickly and locked myself out of it or something. But I know people yesterday were saying that they did get theirs. So I don't know what they did differently than I. Let's go over here and I'm going to show you when you actually try to go into the Delve, you can see what storyline is available that day. Okay, so over here, Explorers Competition, members of the Explorer League have begun friendly competition, delve deep in the cave. All right, so if we go back, let's remember this title, Explorers Competition. Okay, so then if we go back over here, we take a look at Glory of the Delver, click on this, we can go back to Lore Master, and then I think we're standing in front of Fungal Folly, pretty sure. We can see we have Lost Miners, Explorers Competition, both of those finished. But remember, Explorers Competition was one of the ones that was the one that appeared here. That's going to be what that is for the day. Now, when do those reset? Those reset on daily cooldowns, right? So whenever it says dailies are reset, whenever it says that you've moved on, you get your new dailies for the day, you'll see it down in your chat box, happens at 11 EST. You're going to be able to see new delves in all the locations. And again, you just click on there, you read the title there. That is the delve you have access to for that day. That's the title of it. Okay, so there you go. Let's go ahead and check the other ones too. I'm going to keep cycling through until I find one that I need to do. Actually, hold on. I do need to do the sturdy chests, and I think pretty much all of them. So again, you can just go to Glory of the Delver. For anyone that's just checking in here, by the way, Glory of the Delver is that pinnacle achievement that we're going to get for, if we're focusing on Delves and trying to finish that if you wanted to get your seasonal mount, it's going to be Glory of the Delver is what we're after, just for the achievement stuff. And yeah, a lot of this stuff is going to be locked to tier 8, but you can do right now, Leave No Treasure Unfound, and then also Lore Master. And Lore Master, I just went over a second ago. Now, this one, you do want to get all 5 of those chests. Those are the sturdy chests, the green ones. You want to crack those open. And there is an add-on that's really helpful for this. Once we jump in there, I can show you. The Underkeep discoveries. So I do need to do the Underkeep. I'm just checking to see. Fungal Folly, already did that one. Let's see. What's the other one that's up here? Krigval's Rest, I already did that. And Earthcrawl Mines. So I think I've done all of the Isle of Dorn ones. Yeah, because this is Earthcrawl Mines. Okay. Well, let's move on down to the Ringing Deeps. I'm going to head that way. By the way, everyone, there are... Oh, Plague Heart. Yes. Okay, I've been looking for him. Hold on. I need that now. Where are you, buddy? Look how cool this damn thing is. No, he's being killed. Okay. Well, I'm not going to spoil the fun. Okay, look how cool he is, though. I want to tame this thing because he has a fungus on his back and his eyeball. That's just so cool. I'm going to have to find him when nobody's killing him. Okay, so let's go back. We're going to go down to Ringing Deeps. And I'm going to check out the delves that are available down there. Now, the thing is that at a minimum, if you get lucky rolls on all of the story stuff, all the story rolls that are going on that day, you could get that achievement done in 4 days just from all the cycles, like the different, rotations that it could go through, because you do need at least, and you'd have to be really lucky and have rolls like successively that would give you the ones you don't have, and you just have to do each one of them as they came up. But there is, like, for a couple of them, there's 4 different storylines, so you need all 4 of them to come up. So that does establish a minimum of 4 days that you would need to be able to complete that. Not that there's any like extreme rush to completing that achievement, because you're just going to be able to do it all through the season. But if you wanted to get it fast, I'm having trouble, by the way. I don't know if anyone else is, getting this cache in particular. Like, my weekly reward is not dropping. I did this a few times now, and I haven't been able to actually get this part of it, but I have been able to loot, like, how there's a stack of 4 chests right next to the speaker, the machine dude, like, just chilling there. I was able to open those just fine, but when it came to actually going in there into do the event and then get the cache never drops for me. So I don't know if anyone has a solution on that or knows how to get that to actually work properly, but it's kind of a pain in the butt for me. Okay, we're looking for delves. Okay, so let's head over to the Dread Pit up here. Just a reminder for anyone that is just now getting into delves, or just like you're collecting these coffer keys and you're just wondering, like, should I be using them or not? I do suggest hanging on to those. If you are just very gear progression minded, go ahead and hang on to them. You are going to be getting at a minimum 4 of these a week, and that's 4 of them just by doing weekly related stuff. And also you can grind out like a couple more of them if you're being really, if you're just staring at your map like a hawk, trying to catch all of these, all the world quests that give you the shards. And that add-on, by the way, that's just going nuts right now over here is Rare Scanner. If you're looking for something to find rares for you while you're flying around, just be prepared, because it is a noisy one. Got a couple flowers to pick here. But yeah, I'm going to jump into that delve and then see what story is available for this guy. I know for sure I got to do the sturdy chests anyway, so I'm definitely going to jump into them, even if I already did this story for the day. And I'll go ahead and show anyone that's just tuning in too. So if you're trying to do the Lore Master achievement for delves, this is what you want to take a look at each day. You're going to walk up to the delve, any of them, and you're going to see the storyline listed right up here in the top right hand corner. This does reset daily, so whenever you see your dailies reset, and we should be getting our daily reset here. Good morning. Hey Daniel, how are you doing today, man? So like for the Dread Pit right now, Kobold's Kidnapping is the one right here. So you can take a look at going over to your glory of the Delver, and you can see this is the Dread Pit, I'm pretty sure, right? Oh, that's no treasure. Hold on. Glory of the Delver. Let's go ahead and take a look at Lore Master. And then if we look at the Dread Pit stories, you can see that I have Lost Gems. And oh, isn't that awesome? Kobold Kidnapping is not done yet, so I can go ahead and do that. And also, I can go ahead and find those chests. So kill 2, not 2 achievements fully, but at least work on 2 achievements at the same time. Yeah. And first time of the day, you always get Brann experience, a good amount of it. So you want to make sure you're at least doing 1 of your delves each day, even though it's only tier 3 right now. Unless you're like me and you soft capped yourself on your Brann XP. Yeah, I'm happy with the supplies. That's totally fine. Shadow Bolt. Okay, so as we're getting started here in this delve, there is an add-on I want to make you all aware of that's really handy for if you are trying to scoop up some sturdy treasures. This here, so you can see this is one of the sturdy treasures here. It's called Handy Notes. If you've been playing WoW for any set amount of time, you're probably familiar with this one. It's been really Well, it's been really handy. What do you know? For a long time for just finding all kinds of treasures. So it continues. In the War Within, we have access to handy notes inside of this dungeon, inside of the Delves. You can be able to grab all of your chests here. It's listing out each one of the sturdy chests that I haven't found just yet. Okay, so there's the last 3 I need to find. There's going to be 4 or 5 of them in each one of your Delves that you're going into. But hey, Daniel, you said, not too bad. I was thinking about getting into a little while a bit after, let's see, after 8:30 this morning. Got to take the kids to school. Oh, I get that, man. I get that, Daniel, for sure. Still trying to figure out, let's see, YouTube likes to put this heart right over what you're saying there. I'm just going to copy your message and put it into the chat box so I can actually read it fully. Figure out a lot of this stuff. Yeah, well, Daniel, if you have any questions on it, man, anything I can help with, you just let me know. If it's related to Delves, I can probably tell you. Unless it's related to something that's coming out in the season later on, but... There's a lot going on with this. Oh, man. I just got chucked over here. I haven't done this one just yet. That's funny. There's like the hulking kobold guy. You just click on him and he just chucks you to the other, you know, island over there. But yeah, no, there's a lot going on right now with this preseason time. And there's some people that are getting like a little bit stressed out about it. They're like, oh man, like, am I, you know, doing the right things? Am I doing enough of the right things? Am I getting behind and all that kind of stuff? Like literally right now, this preseason, you can sit on your hands and do nothing up until the season coming out and you're not behind. So don't stress about it. Anything you're doing right now, just do it mainly for fun. You shouldn't be like super crazy stressed unless you're like a, you know, if you're on, you know, one of the mythic teams or whatever. I don't know if I need to kill these or not. Then like, okay, like fine, you can stress, but like, no, you're fine if you're, don't feel like you're behind or anything. Wiggling cocoon, cracking these dudes out. Oops. Okay, I can't interact with them. Yeah, whenever you're doing any of the Nerubian ones, you just, I mean, basically the major overall mechanic for this is that you just don't want to step on the webs. If you step on the webs, you're going to summon actually these dudes over here, like the little charger dudes. And they're really not that threatening here on tier 3, but I can imagine they'll be a pain in the butt later on. I'm hoping they're a pain in the butt later on in the higher tiers, because I want the like tier ups to actually matter. Challenging solo content is what Delves is promising. Let's hope that it actually does that. All right, and then we got some more eggs to scoot around here. Whoops. Yeah, we got an ankle biter. There's always one of them. Yeah, so there is a treasure chest up and around here. Oh, there's one way at the top too. I gotta go ahead and go back and grab that as well. Let me see. All right, let's scoot on back. And loot this. And then, trying to figure out where this is going to be. Is this going to be tucked back behind this over here? Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so everyone, if you're... Ooh, there's some huge amount of resonance crystals in there. That's awesome. But yeah, so that treasure chest is kind of up and around. Just go behind the stalagmite thing right there. But yeah, had it not been handy notes, would have taken a while to find that one. Also, when you see these little puzzle things around the Delves, they're definitely worth doing if you're interested in getting a little bit of a buff. You get like Reno's random buff, which is going to give you like a random chance to like stun on your attacks. Stun, snare, it has a random effect. Here, I'll do it really quick and I'll show you. Ooh, thanks for the follow there. Pause reset. I appreciate it, man. Thanks for following. That's a follow over there on Twitch. Let's, oh man, it's too early in the morning to be doing one of these. I need my coffee. Where did I put my coffee? There it is. All right, so really depends on the day. Sometimes I'm faster at these than others, but oh my God, I suck at them like 90% of the time. brain's melting. There we go. We got 2 of them done. And then let's go ahead and swing this out like that. Now let's swing this out like that. Did we do it? We did it. Oh my god. I remember having to spend like... Oh, cool. Okay, yeah. So here's a cool one. This is where you actually get a double jump added to your character, which is like super badass. It's a double jump that actually heals you. Puts a hot on your character.
That's more like it.
Yeah, it's a very, very tiny double jump, but it's not quite like a Demon Hunter double jump, but it's super fun. Makes you wish we always had double jumps. Let's see if I can double jump over. All right. Ooh, it's not letting me jump forward. Oh, that's weird. Yeah, sometimes it bugs out and it makes you just keep jumping backwards instead of forwards. So far, though, as a whole, I'm so happy with how delves are turning out. Like, they're super fun to do. I'm really excited to see the later tiers and what they have up for us. Oh, thanks for the follow there. It's Strigor65. I appreciate that, man. Thanks for following. We got a Nerubian Threadmancer. But yeah, delves, super happy with how they're turning out so far. I'm excited to see what they have in store for us over once we get the higher tiers available. How am I supposed to... If you even nudge these things, they pop open, and then you get the webs. As far as when they summon the Nerubians, it hasn't happened like every time I've walked over the webs, but generally you just want to try to avoid them when you can. Ooh, that guy was not friendly coming out of that. And he just disappeared. It's like he stabbed me and ran. Oh no, there he is. But he's...
The answers are here.
It's weird. It's like tab targeting. It's not picking him up. He's a crazed Scaradin. Oh, okay. So here, you get to see something I was talking about earlier. So my Brann, if you take a look over here, you can see your Brann experience by opening up your reputation manual. And then for whatever reason, he's in the reputation manual. And he's all the way down here at the bottom, Brann Bronzebeard. And you can see he's at level 15 for me. And he goes up to level 60. So it's quite a journey on leveling up Brann. It's not going to be something you can just like bum rush. I was trying to bum rush it like here in the preseason time. But I feel like I'm soft locked right now because the reason why I think that is that Mislaid Curiosity. This is how I was getting Brann experience like all through the entire preseason, pre-release, and all that kind of stuff. But now when I'm looting this, now that I'm at 15, I'm only getting gold today. Man, this is weird because yesterday when I was doing this and I was grabbing Mislaid Curiosities, I was getting resonance crystals, and I was like, oh, okay, well at least I'm getting something. And now today I'm just getting gold. So I just feel like they are iterating on that. Like they're just changing that all around. I don't know where we're going to land with that, but it seems like, and for all of you, if you're below level 15 with Brann, you're just going to get the Brann experience from this like normal. Like the tokens, either get the green one, rare one, or the epic one. But yeah, I don't know. Just something weird that I noticed that it just seems like... they can't figure out what's going on with, with Brann, and it seems like level 15 Brann seems to be the highest you can get right now. I'm going to really test it, though, when we get the epic level experience from the first completion bonus at the end of this delve, though. We'll see if I can go any higher. Let's see. You're running a prot pally. Cool. Yeah, Daniel, I played a prot pally just a little bit in Shadowlands, and it was super fun. It was like one of my alt characters, and I actually did a little PvP on him. It was really cool. I love the self-healing ability of prot pallies. Like that is a blast, an utter blast. You become a soloing monster as a prot paladin. Maybe not as much as a blood DK, but still. It's pretty awesome. Definitely a good feature of playing one of those. Let's see. How many? I gotta get 10 kobolds. Just for anyone that is tuning in, like you might have played this delve before and it looked different than it does now. Each of the delves are going to have stories attached to them. And this one is the Kobold Rescue. I don't know if it says it anywhere. Now you can't see the individual story, but it's like the kobold themed version of this one. You can actually see the storyline of your delve that you're about to go into on the screen where you actually enter the delve, right? So you click on the little fog door, and then it pulls up that window. In the top right-hand corner of that window, you can actually see what storyline you're about to do for the day. And you have to complete all the different storylines to be able to get Lore Master for the delves. I'm gonna go ahead and grab this Mislaid Curiosity over here. So you want to start doing that now if you're able to, or if you're just trying to... Oh, there we go. So now I did get resonance crystals. So yeah, I mean, I guess we'll just keep cracking these open and just see what they end up giving. But oof, can I not go around that? That's a little wonky. Okay. Yeah, that wall definitely does not match the terrain. You see this egg's doing something. Oh, so you're saying like the eggs that are around me here? I'll show you. So, okay, you just saw there, like I shot it, it blew up. The major mechanic of the Nerubians is like any of the Nerubian themed delves, is that when you walk on this, it's going to slow you, and then it's going to summon one of these guys. It's going to summon just a random Nerubian. And it looks like this one has like little followers. Like you can also get the charging Nerubian as well. Like the one that'll just do a random charge in a direction and knock you back and stun you and that kind of stuff. So yeah, just in general, you want to avoid them if you can. And I imagine on higher tiers, you know what gets me in trouble is I have the action combat locking. You know what I mean? So that's like a setting you can turn on in settings. Like if you're looking a general direction, you know, it like will change your target. And sometimes I'll just like be casting and then I'll like shoot a cobra shot at one of those. So I don't know. I might turn that feature off. I feel like it's gonna get me in trouble. But shooting the eggs themselves is not going to trigger a Nerubian notice right here. So you have to walk on it to be able to get it, but it does expand the radius that it's affecting, right? So it makes it a little bit harder to walk around. But if you're trying to get through an area that's like you're worried about hitting an egg, you can just go ahead and crack it ahead of time, and these do eventually fade. And actually later in this dungeon, whoops, later in this dungeon, I'm going to get a chain lightning ability that's going to shoot through the different webs that's going to break them. If you get it in this story as well. I know you at least got it in the other storyline. So we'll see. But yeah, that's just, that's the general mechanic for the Nerubians. Each one of the different like types of delves is going to have a different mechanic to it. Like, I mean, there's going to be one where you got to keep your candle charged. That's the kobold one. There's one where you got to keep your not ventilator. Oops. You see, they do chain too. I don't know if you noticed that, but like they do chain together if you do blow them up right next to each other. But luckily, my pets don't trigger the Nerubians like coming in or anything. That would be, oh my god, that'd be a nightmare. Okay, let's see. So, yeah, it takes a while for these to fade, by the way, so. Oh, you know what else gets me in trouble is Beast Cleave. Oh man, they summon back so fast. Yeah, Beast Cleave has been popping these two. Can I get close enough to interact with him? Only thing about having a bunch of like pets and Brann following you around is that sometimes it's hard to click on stuff. Okay, so there we go. Finished that one. There's a Mislaid Curiosity over there. I'm really curious if I can level up Brann past level 15. For anyone that doesn't know too, the maximum on Brann, the highest level you can get him to is going to be level 60, which is quite a grind. If 1 to 15 has anything to indicate. But the glory of the Delver, so the Delve achievement is going to be level 25. Okay, so you don't need to get him all the way up. You just have to get him level 25, so less than halfway to max. I wonder if there's like a feat of strength or something waiting for us at level 60 with Brann. I guess we'll have to find out. But I mean, I'll probably get him there. I'm just in love with Delves. I think they're such a cool addition to the game. Now there's a wandering Nerubian lord guy over there that I'm just keeping my eye on.
Don't stand in them.
I love how Brann says that every time. He's just letting me know. Like, you know, you summon Nerubians when you step in that web. Whoops. You see? That was the action or the, yeah, like the action combat targeting thing. The setting's getting me in trouble. I might have to turn it off. Let's see. Alright. Oops. Brann actually does do a decent amount of damage, too. Like, you can kind of spec him to more empower you, or you can get, like, there's, like, an ability he has where you can aim his shot, where you have to, like, stand the direction that he's going to fire. And his missile, like, his projectile will hit the first target that, that's in that line of fire. Which is a really cool mechanic. Like, I love to see him add stuff where it's, like, there's more collaboration between you and your mobs, or, like, your pets. You know what I mean? I wish Beastmastery had even more of that kind of stuff. Yeah, this guy doesn't really do anything interesting. Especially if you're playing, like, you know, BM Hunter or whatever, you can just stand out of his stuff. If he cones you, then you just walk away from it. Speaking of... Oh, that's cool. Let me see. Yeah, the gray items... Yeah, for anyone that wasn't playing in Dragonflight, your gray items now have appearances attached to them. So if you, like, hover over it, you can see, like, on this one, there's, like, an appearance that will go to my transmog. And you can collect some cool little, seemingly junk items, but, I mean, you know, just cool collection stuff. They're pretty basic stuff, right? Like, the gray items, they don't look, they're not flashy, but honestly, sometimes I like that a little bit better than some of the stuff that's, like, glowy and crazy, like, particle effects and stuff. I just want some plain, cool-looking armor. Another cool thing about Brann is he mines for you. Like, he'll mine something and then just, like, chuck some loot at you. Striscore, you said if you stand there for a while, Brann will make a campfire and give something. Yes. Yeah. Let's see. Where is Brann? Let's do that now. Oh, yeah. He just... Wow. Okay, cool. I haven't seen him do that too often, but he'll actually discover, like, boxes and stuff, or I guess, like... So if anything's purple in a delve, it's going to give you something like some kind of power up, right? So I click on this and I get Lightning Bottle, which says damage a stunned, rooted, or incapacitated enemy and open a lightning bottle that deals nature damage to enemies around you for 1 minute. That's badass. Actually, I haven't seen that power up before. That's really cool. So I'm going to go ahead and accept that.
More like it.
That's kind of familiar to anybody that played Shadowlands, you know, where we had those like random power-ups we could find in the dungeon. They don't go quite as crazy. Like, they don't go as hard as they went in Shadowlands. Like, you remember, you got some crazy ass abilities in Shadowlands. In the Delves right now, they're fairly tame and they're situational, but they're interesting. You know what I mean? Any kind of little thing to make your run just a little bit different than the previous run, I think is important for Delves. Because again, they're like 10-minute adventures, 10 to 15-minute adventures. So it's kind of nice to have just some variance there. Okay, Looch, what do you want? He's friendly, and I can't interact with him. The last one threw me somewhere. I guess I'm kind of curious, because there are secrets in Delves, so I just, I'm curious if I got to do anything with this guy. Nothing. Let me try breaking the eggs around him. Is that going to do anything? Okay, I wouldn't be surprised if they put some like crazy secrets in there that are like super off track. They really captured the kind of like Indiana Jones, like delving, temple diving kind of stuff with this. It's really cool. Yeah, okay, we're just on the boss. Here's something I want you to notice in this boss fight, at least the way it's been so far. Once my pets take over aggro here. Oh, I turned off taunt for a party last night. I forgot. Okay, so now that my pets have access or have aggro, notice when he does the burrow attacks, he just does it right at my pets, right? So I really don't have to do shit. Like, I just can chill back here. Like, I'm not, like, just to show it, I'm just sitting here, you know what I mean? It's not, and then also he does this stinging swarm straight at my pets. I'm taking a little bit of damage there, actually. I wonder... I guess I was maybe standing a little bit too close. But notice all his attacks are going towards my pets, which I think is something that they do need to fix. they should make him target me. So I have to pay attention to these different things to do. But like he'll just burrow straight at my pets and I'm just chilling back here doing nothing. So, I mean, all that to say that I feel like PM hunters, or just hunters in general, or any pet class that has like a taunt on it or whatever. Let's see if I take damage from this if I'm way back here. Is that just AoE damage? I guess it is. Like you saw how far I was. I was all the way over here and it was still damaging me. But okay, Cobalt kidnapping. You see I got achievement progress down there because this one is a different storyline. The treasure room's right here. All right, and this is a reminder to everyone right now. If you are progression minded, avoid this. Don't click on this. These are going to consume the restored coffer keys that you're getting from doing a lot of the daily content. Just keep that in mind that you don't want to crack that open if you want to save those for when the higher tiers come out. And those are coming out with the release of the season. So, but the Valor Stone income's not too bad. You get 14 from doing a delve. And again, it takes about 10 minutes if you're actually focused on trying to get through it as quick as you can. Weathered Crest, Rattling Gold. And we completed that, right? So we got the experience, but I didn't, right? So it looks like right now Brann is soft capped at 15. Just letting anyone know that's like trying to complete their Delver's, Glory Delver achievement before, like, because here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. If you go to Glory of the Delver. So this one, where's the Brann one? Brann Development. Got to get him to 25. You can't get him to 25 right now. He's hard capped at level 15. Because like I've done a lot of delves with him at 15, and I'm still not getting any experience, even when it's supposed to give me the purple experience at the end. So just so you know, it's not going to tell you it's soft cap, but it's soft cap. Oh, I got to go grab these treasure chests really quick. Another thing you got to be doing if you want to finish this delve, Glory of the Delve before the season comes out. Well, not the whole thing, but if you want to get your treasure portion of it, remember to go grab all the sturdy chests. And you can mark those on your map by using handy notes. I think I have that linked in the description, or maybe it was on my last video that I linked in the description. I can't remember. But handy notes is a good one. Make sure you also get there's like a data pack for it. That is specifically for the War Within, so you have to get the base handy notes and then also download the expansion piece or the plugin portion of the War Within data. But it should be easy to figure out. They're both on CurseForge if you want to grab it. All right, so we're cruising on up. We're going to be grabbing that other chest that I left back here. And I always say this, backtracking never feels bad in delves because I feel like, at least me personally, oh, that's cool. There's one down there. But you can't, so notice that it's already opened. So I've found this one before, right? So the sturdy chests, you crack them open once, then they're just gone. You don't have to ever find them again. But the mislaid curiosities, those are going to be randomly laid through the map and there's always going to be a new set of them every time you enter a dungeon. Let's see. Yeah, so right there, I told you, every time I go back, there's always some more mislaid curiosities. And then here's that final sturdy chest, and I should get the achievement off of this one. Got it. Perfect. So Dread Pit Discoveries finished. I still have one storyline to do in this delve, but again, those don't reset until daily cooldowns come up, or daily, just dailies come up. So I wish there was a quick way to get out of this without having to walk back. I could jump off the edge. Hold on, let's do it. Let's test this out. Woo!
Keepers preserve you.
And that should put me right next to... Oh, never mind. Still gotta walk. Saved me a little bit of time. Maybe saved me a minute. But I mean, speaking about deaths in delves, you're going to have a limited number of respawns when you go into 4 or higher. And I think it's 5. I think you and your party get 5 respawns before you forfeit the loot that you would get at the end of the delve. Okay, so Yeah, you die 5 times, you don't get the reward, and also you don't progress your tiers to the next tier, right? Like you won't, every time you complete a delve successfully, right? Like you have more respawns left, then you unlock the next tier of the delve, unless of course you're in this part of the season right now, or non-season, where we're just sitting at tier 3. We can't go past it. Did they not give me a helicopter? Oh, okay, I think I see where I gotta go. I just saw this mislaid curiosity over here, so I'm grabbing that. 3 resonance crystals. Man, it was so worth walking over here. Just so you know, you'll get better loot out of those if you don't have Brann at 15. My Brann's at 15, so I can't level him up anymore. He's soft capped. I mean, I'm just guessing that based on not receiving any more experience, unless I'm just bugged. But yeah, if you're at 15, you're just going to start getting resonance crystals and randomly just a couple gold. Are you ready to leave? I am. I was talking about this earlier. I showed everybody before we went into the delve, but anyways, just tuning in. Over here, whenever you're going to walk up to your delve door, so like you walk up to the fogged gate, you can see the storyline that's going to be for that delve for the day right here. Kobold kidnapping. So that's the achievement I just got, was for that one. And this is what I'm talking about when I'm talking about the experience you get for the day. Your first one you're going to do is going to give you purple experience. You're going to get a lot more for Brann. And then every one you do after that, it's going to be green level experience. So if you are before 15 right now, lower than 15 Brann, you're just wanting to progress your delves because you're really into delves like I am, then yeah, you want to do one of those each day at least to be able to start pumping that Brann up. SG, you said, so I have 2 to 3 stories done on all delves. Nice, man. So you've been doing delves like pretty much daily then since the game came out. Because, they rotate daily. And there's just a chance for you to get one that you haven't gotten like on the next one. So nice, man. You've been keeping up on your delves for sure. I'm just going to look for the next Delveroonie. Where is it? There's so much junk on the map. Oh, there it is. Straight across. Waterworks. That's like, I'm purposely keeping it that way to, like, I'm waiting for me to get annoyed enough with all the junk on my map that I'm just going to go around and start collecting everything, completing the side quests and all that shit. But, it hasn't worked yet. I'm still just going delve to delve, but, yeah, eventually I'll get tired of seeing all these exclamation marks and I'll just go do them. Level 15 Brann, and I can't turn in quests because I won't get XP reward. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Actually, hey, SG, help me remember, because like I did a round where I collected all of the quests for delves. You know what I'm talking about, like the Call of the Delver or whatever. And I turned them all in, and then I just noticed, I think they got reset on me randomly. I don't know when it happened, but I just saw Brann had more of them for me. Were there companion experience rewards for those? Is that what you're talking about? With not wanting to turn in your Delver quests? Hold on. Oh, there it is. Duh. I'm not looking at my map. Let's cruise on in here. Delver's Call quests. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. SG, are there companion experience on those quests? Because I feel like there were. So I'm kind of excited that I might have randomly got reset on those because I think I'll get another burst. Yes, okay. Well, I'm not gonna, well, I might do those and then just wait for the, whenever Brann's not soft locked for me anymore, to be able to do them. To turn him in, I mean. That's exciting. I didn't check what the storyline is, but I have to grab the sturdy chest anyway, so. I thought that was a sturdy chest right here. You need one more curio. You're not going to get it right now. S&G, are you talking about the Zikfir one? Because I think that one drops out of Zikfir's lair, and that's not going to unlock until when the season launches. Like, we have to progress up to tier 11 to go into that one. Yeah, I got to wait for the last delve. Exactly. Air purifier. Let me see. Yeah, I'm just going to look at... No, I'm happy with this. I'm going to stick with that. I really wish I could keep leveling Brann up, though. Oh, I got to click on this. Oh, well, you see, this is the really the best part of Delves. It's like backtracking never feels bad. Every time I turn around, I swear I find mislaid curiosities that I missed. And I'm just taking damage right now. Yeah, reducing maximum health. Yeah, all of so like there's a bunch of different level or delves that have like a similar effect where it's like if you go out, like if your candle goes out, if your purifier goes out, your maximum health gets reduced by a percentage per second. And it's not like you can heal yourself through that, by the way. It's like you take like your health cap goes down. And so now at this point, we're actually going to reach 99% there. So I was curious if it killed me, by the way. I didn't know if you die or not, but no, you go down to 1% health. So my max health is set to, that's like, how much health? It actually tells me on there. Why is it not telling me? Here. Ooh, so buggy. 36,000 health. It's like hard to hover over that little sliver. But yeah, so my max health right now is 36,000 health. So if I get like hit by one thing, I'm dead. But it restores, so no worries. Like it restores once you, you know, get your purifier or if you get your candle or whatever. So watch this. Stomping shoes. These boots were made for stomping, and that's what they're going to do. Shaking the ground and causing any stolen items to fly off the kobold corpses. Okay, so we've got to stomp on kobold corpses. And where is my purifier? Do I have to stomp to get my purifier? Okay, that's what I got to do. And then you see how fast that debuff falls off. It goes off really quick, so you get your health back really, really fast. But also, yeah, they tell you about this when you go in there the first time, though. But the more you move, the more you reduce that number, which is annoying for BM Hunter, because I always want to just, like, dance around for no reason. But you kind of got to plan your where you're going to go first. And you can fill up at any of these purification stations, so I'm not that worried. So I'm just seeing I got another one right there. And it only drops it if you're out of the, you know, purifier or candle. It's like if you're empty. And there's no way to just, like, refill it. Like, you can't just drop it on the ground and have it despawn on you. It'll stay at the current level it's at, and you have to pick it back up. I'll show you what I'm talking about in just a second, because that's a little confusing. Here, I'm going to stomp on his corpse to get extra loot. There we go. Okay, so, say... Oh, here, let me kill this guy, too, because he's going to be annoying. I'm excited to see, though, how challenging that final delve is going to be. They're talking a big game about it, right? Like, they're saying it's going to be, like, high, difficult, pinnacle content. It's... Oop, battle cry, interrupt. And it's going to have an infinite scaling thing to it, so you get, like, bragging rights on if you're able to complete, like, the really crazy high level or whatever. I wonder if they can have a leaderboard for it or something. That'd be really cool. Okay, let's grab this. Now, let's say I'm really low, right? Like, let's say my air totem. Oh yeah, this is an air totem. So if I have, like, my air totem really, really low and I wanted to refill it at this filling station and I'm like, okay, I only have like 5 stacks left. I'm going to right click it off and drop it. It just stays there at the current level, right? So I have to pick it up again. The only way that you can get rid of your totem is to wiggle. So you can just, like, you're just going to have to sit here and just wiggle your ass off until you drop the stacks. You're going to see the stacks, like, in the top right-hand corner, all the way down to 0 eventually. You know, normally you'd want to do this if you're much lower than I am here. But you're going to drop it all the way down. Then we're going to go to 0 and we drop it. And then it should shoot us a new totem because we're next to the purifier. Ooh, interesting. So this one, you have to stomp to get your purifiers to activate. Now I'm curious. What if I dropped it and then I stomped to try to trigger another one? Yeah, you see, it doesn't respond to you unless the previous one doesn't exist, right? So it has to reach 0, despawn, then you can get a new one. And the same thing's going to happen for your candles, too.
Good to see you, Commander.
All right, Reno. Let's battle. It's kind of wonky. I do wish that there was a way to... Well, I didn't know he's a healer. Sir Finley's a healer there. You might want to focus him first. And you can always, like, CC Reno, for example. Oh, he's immune. Never mind. You cannot CC Reno. Oh, and I just dazed out completely. Totally missed that holy light. But I imagine that'll matter a little bit more in the later fights, like in the later tiers. When the fights are actually a little bit more difficult. Gatling Wand. That's a cool spell effect. I like that. Okay. Oh, we got to stomp on the corpse here. I definitely don't have this story because I don't remember doing that before. Go ahead and gather up some dudes. Okay. See if we can. Oop. I did not pass aggro there. My Clefto's taking a little bit of damage. See, it's so tempting to keep walking around in circles. I mean, I guess I'm close to the other... I'm in trouble. These kobolds are just not interested in my pet. I got 3 seconds on my feign death, though. I'm going to sit in it longer, because last time I think I just canceled it too fast.
Hey, be careful.
Got a little bit of heal, too. Alright, we're good. We made it. We survived. Yeah, also too, if you're, the way Brann heals you is those little potions on the ground. Let's jump over to this purifier. Here. Okay, let's go ahead and stomp on this purifier. There we go. Actually, you can, if you wanted to, just not pick it up. Then you can just kind of dance around in the circle. That's kind of nice. If you like pull a group over there. Just make sure you pick it up before you leave it. Because then at that point, it's not consuming anything because you're not moving with it. It's like if it's on you and you're moving at that point. Whoops. Bad time to adjust my chair. That's a long blast. And I can see this story being, I know I'm going to get myself in trouble later when this is higher tiers and stuff, and doing this one again later. I'm going to forget to stomp on corpses. I'm going to be like at the end of the delve, like, what the hell am I supposed to do? And then I have to go back and stomp on everybody. I can call it now. I know it's going to happen. Ooh, that's interesting. It did drop the totem over here while I still have a totem active, so that's cool. Oh, I never grabbed Reno's little thing. So after you fight, like do the special events and stuff, you're going to see like the purple things drop, and that's where if you click on them, you're going to be able to get some kind of special thing, you know, whatever it is. Like this case, it's like the random thing that Reno's going to give you during your fight.
Nice fight.
So make sure you're clicking on the purples. Make sure you're looting all that stuff. I'm just checking around the edges of the place too, see if there's any... Yeah, is that a mislaid curiosity? I think it may. No, it's just a dead kobold that needs stomping. You can stomp on 2 rats at once. There we go. I love these little candle guys. These little, like, critter things. Oop, of course. Of course, my pets are just... There we go. You can see them right there. Oh, no, you can't. Yeah, you can. All of the candle-looking things, like the giant candle golems and stuff, too. Stubbling. Oh, that's adorable. Yeah, I just think they did a really good job with those mobs in particular. Oh, stomp on this one. Get some more cogs. You gotta find 50 gears from all the mobs in here. And normally you don't have to stomp on the purifiers to be able to get additional charges. They're just kind of laying on the ground as you pass by. And then walking by them, if you still have a candle on your head or still have a purifier in your head, they're the same mechanic. Then it'll just add to what you currently have. Like it'll slurp it in like that, right there. And then it'll just give you additional. Seems like in this place that you have to first activate those recharge stations by stomping on them. What did I get? Sometimes Brann will find stuff for you. He just found me 3 gold. Okay. Come on, Brann. We need better stuff than that. And done with that. Yeah, as you level up Brann too, though, he's going to get like better and better abilities. Like he gets more oh shit cooldowns. Like he has that one Titan Matrix that he throws down that just like does a chain heal, like constant chain heal to everybody in the party. That thing's really badass. But they do go on cooldown for him, so it's like you can't get yourself into like trouble too often. It's not like he can just keep you up indefinitely. Like you'll see you get a forbearance cooldown, for example, when he uses his like basically just like an instant heal med pack thing. There we go. I feel like I keep missing those battle cries. Oh, did I stomp on those? I did. You see, I told you, man. I forgot to stomp on the corpses back there. Now I gotta go back. Let's see. Let's go ahead and stomp on the late while we're here, because I don't want to forget that one. Yeah. 3 gold. That is my take on the spoils, Brann. Really appreciate it. Go ahead and grab these. Yeah, there we go. So we just finished it there. And now we gotta kill Waxface, which I think is a kobold guy. He might be the one that does poison puddles. Is that him? No. Well, it goes to show you, you definitely don't have to clear the entire rooms like I was doing previously. Because, like, I could have stomped on all these corpses over here to be able to get the rest of the gear, so... You don't have to clear all that first room at all. I'm gonna need to go stomp on this before I get myself in trouble. Well, let's kill these guys first. Football Mystic. Zap. Alright. And stomping. There we go. Got a refill. So, I mean, it'll be nice to get a little bit of a head start on Glory of the Delve. Especially since one of them is time-locked. You're only going to be able to complete it if you get the right rolls on the dungeons or right rolls on the delves that are available that day. They do reset daily, though, so it's not going to put you, like, that far behind. You'll be able to jump back in and complete the ones you need. I love the fact that kobolds have their shield wall. It's really nice with the kobolds and their shield wall because it's like you see it trigger if you're not paying attention at the moment. Then you wait for it to trigger, or you see it trigger, and then you're like, "Oh, okay. Well, I gotta, you know, give my Dubemen pet." Super nice. It's days out proof. Oh, this guy right here. So that's not my Devil Sar. That's actually summoned by Brann, but the only way to get it to pop out is you have to kill the egg once he puts it down. Like he's gonna plop down a dinosaur egg. You jump over, or you just shoot it. Hold on. And it does an AoE fear every so often. Okay, these kobolds, how about you go? There we go. AoE fear, but they're going to go back to aggro on me if I don't wait here. Right? There we go. Now they're on Brann. But something to know about that is that you have to target and kill it. You cannot get Brann to shoot it. Unfortunately, I tried doing that, like equipping the relic, where Brann will randomly shoot your direction every so often. I tried to get him to shoot his own egg to blow it up, and it doesn't work. So you do have to switch over and target it. You could definitely make a macro for it, since it's going to be the same name of the egg every time if you wanted to. Or, I mean, it's just an egg on the ground. You can either AoE it down, or you can just, if he tosses it like randomly over here, then yeah, you could pretty easily click on it. I'll have to pay attention to what the name is next time, just so I can think about what the macro would be. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and fill up. Can I stomp? Yeah, it looks like it is every so often letting me just stomp to get a new refill on my ventilator without having to have it finished. So I don't know if that's a change or what, but before you had to wiggle You just had to stand there in front of the recharge station, wiggle, and then it would drop. Boom, thwacker. I don't need him. I don't know why I'm killing him. Go and get another recharge. There we go. I'm the kind of person in like in games where if I pass like a health fill up station or like a refill station for anything, like I'll clear out the whole space around it and just keep grabbing that recharge to make sure I have absolutely everything possible. There we go. Let's head on over. Oh, there is a sturdy chest. Again, if you're looking to get your delving achievement finished, grab handy notes, man. It's gonna save you some time. I just noticed I got a treasure chest. I think I go hop in the water and then walk down to the end of it. Yeah, under the waterfall here. I think that's where it's at. Dirty chest. Man, there's no chance I would have found that without handy notes, though. Oh my god. Like, I can't even see that, like, outside of when I hover on it. But I can't even target it unless I get right on top of that thing. Oh man, that's really funny. That's a tough one. Okay, we got deployable battle supplies. Deploy supplies. Grant 1,835 primary stat to all nearby allies for 1 hour, only usable outdoors. Okay, so delves do not count. Pretty cool. Oops. Don't forget to be doing your professions too in this during this like fresh launch period if you want to get like a shit ton of gold. I'm not usually good about keeping up with professions, but right now is the time to do it.
Careful! The totem's
Grab it.
power will drain whenever you take a step.
Oh, that's weird. Okay, gave me like 2 of them. Fair enough. Every once in a while, too, you're going to find rares in here. Like, not only the events, like, remember when we saw Reno, and we got that Reno sack, like, with the special effects and stuff? Of course, you'll have those events like that, but you're also going to have random rares that you can find. And those are going to also give you some kind of ability, like a double jump, or there's a gripping attack that's really nice. Like it'll just pull everything in, like into a nice little circle for you, and then it'll do an AoE attack for you. Oh yeah, there's a molten shield one. Whole bunch of stuff. There we go. Oop, mislaid curiosity. How many? That was 2 resonance crystals. So definitely not an efficient way of farming out resonance crystals right now. There's much better ways to do it. Let's see.
Look around! There's treasure here!
I love it when he announces that too, because then you know that there's something you missed. There you go, 5 resonance crystals off that one. Man, can you imagine if it was like classic WoW and it didn't have the giant like glowing highlight around the thing you can click on? All this stuff would be so hard to find. Like in Delves, oh my god, everything would just be so hidden. And they put so many like clutter items and like, you know, flavor stuff along the walls and stuff, like random campsites and things. You'd be spending a lot of time just like hovering your cursor over it. All right. Let's go ahead and grab this mislaid curiosity. And that's weird. It looks like you can fall down in there. Here, I'm going to fall down in there just so I know how to get out of it. Oh, you just don't. It looks like there should be a sewer grate here, but there isn't. Okay. Interesting. Let's go over here. I'm gonna go ahead and grab a refill. Fill up my soda. There you go. And then get these guys. I'm biased, but I feel like BM hunters are like the best delving class. I mean, who would have guessed, right? Because like they've always been really good at soloing. I almost get myself killed. I've heard some other classes are doing really well with it though too. BM just has that personal tank though, and the fact that right now the bosses are only targeting the pets instead of you. That makes it pretty damn easy to kill the bosses too. I'll have to see how it holds up in like the later tiers, because that's going to be the real challenge. Oh, there's that egg I was talking about. What is the name of it? Brann's Epic Egg. Okay, so if you're going to put that into a macro, just Brann's Epic Egg is the one you want to open. I wonder if he drops it in different qualities though. Because it's Epic Egg. Does he have like Rare Egg? And I'll have to see it again just to make sure it's not like a different name each time. An ability called Thwack. Another mislaid curiosity over here too. Let's see, and let's crack this open. More resonance crystals. And another one. 2 in a hallway. I'll take it, man. I'm like so used to being excited about those. But if they don't give me experience, then I don't really know why I'm doing them. Maybe just trying to force the habit for later when it actually, you know, we have access to more stuff and Brann can level up again. At least for me. Ooh, nice. There's a little node over here. Yeah, it's nice to delve on your gatherers. You know, if you have a gathering character, it's nice to do that because you're going to hit some nodes in here. And you get twice as many materials. Not twice, but you get a little bit extra materials because Brann's also going to mine it for you. It's not quite twice the amount because the amount he gets is not like the amount you get. You know what I'm saying? So you got specializations and everything, and he's just regular. So this is another case where, again, everything, all the boss mechanics are going to be done at my pets. I'm not going to have to do anything. Like, I'm just chilling back here. Like, I'm not going to move this entire time. I am going to have to mend pet, though. That's a lot of damage. Does he heal my pet, too? I never noticed. I don't think my pet can gather the dwarven medicine. I'm going to test that right after this. Okay, there's Waxface. He is done. Stomping some sense. Okay, so I got another story advancement there because I hadn't done this one just yet. This story. What was I going to test? Oh, I was going to have my pets walk over the dwarven medicine. That's all right. I'll try it later. And again, everybody, don't be cracking your bountiful chests if you're wanting to be gear-minded and just be ahead of the curve. Save up your keys, just so you have an idea of like what you could have gotten so far. 4 keys is what we can get this week. You can actually get another one if you're really Hawk-eyeing, and that reminds me, I got to take a look at this. Here, I'll show you in just a second. Let me go ahead and grab this loot, and then I'll show you what I'm talking about. You want to be watching your world quests, like big time, because... And again, it's like no worries if you miss a couple. It's not the end of the world. No worries if you miss all of them, because again, you're getting 4 full keys just from doing your daily activities. Not daily. Man, if it was daily, God, that'd be a head spin. But no, weekly activities. So just all the caches. 4 of those caches you do each week are going to give you those keys to a cap of 4. But what I'm talking about, shifting back to talking about the world quests, you want to look at each of your world quests. I'm going to find one here for you. I'm just going to check if there is one up. Some of them are going to have key shards that you got to do. I don't think there's world quests down in Ashgahed. I think you can unlock them, but I don't think we have access to it just yet, unless there's unless I just need to do more side quests to be able to unlock it. Taking a peek to see if there's any of those. I don't think there is any right now. Not Ashgahed. I want to go. I already did Hollowfall. Let's check Ringing Deeps. Yeah, I think I checked all of them. Okay, so there isn't any right now. I just want to make sure I don't have any filters on. Yeah, there isn't any right now, but here's what it looks like. If you're looking at your quests, there it is. Down here, if you can see on my screen there, is Coffer Key Shard. It's actually a War Within Season 1 item, it looks like. But you can get this now. You can turn 100 of these shards into a coffer key, right? You don't need anything else, just 100 of the shards. Click on them, you turn them into a coffer key, and it's the same as the ones you're getting out of your chests. And you can use it to open up bountiful delves. So it kind of gives you a slower method of unlocking your keys. Though if you don't have like a ton of time to keep up with all the world quests, you're not really missing out on more than probably like maybe 1 to 2 keys a week. You're still getting the bulk of them just by doing your weekly activities. And the thing is, though, is that you'll notice about your weekly activities, you only have to do 2 of them to get all the gear items. I'm going to do Awakening the Machine again, see if I can get this cache to spawn. But, ooh, I just got this guy last night, by the way. This guy, this is the bee. It's the Metter bee. You can get this up in the Isle of Dorn. You just have to go farm cinder pollen, turn in 900 cinder pollen to an NPC that's at the meadery. The grind itself, I mean, it was pretty damn mind-numbing, but it probably took me about 2.5 hours of just grinding away at cinder pollen in a group of 5. So if you're wanting to do it, I highly suggest getting a group.
Time to fix
But I'm going to do this one again because I've been having trouble getting this damn cache to actually drop. This is one of those activities actually that I was just talking about. So when you do this, you know, Awakening the Machine, all you got to do is just head on over to the Ringing Deeps and you talk to Speaker Kuldas, whatever. You could head on over here. You want to talk to this guy and he's going to send you into an instance. Before we go to the instance though, if you're doing this for the first time this week, you're going to see a chest or a series of chests, 4 of them to be exact, sitting under this tent over here. And you're going to be able to unlock tiers of that chest, 4 of them at the top, and you're going to be able to unlock 4 chests to be able to just get extra rewards for that week. So you want to try to do at least 4 waves.
That works.
20 waves is easy, you said, S&G. Yeah. Yeah, it can get just a little bit hairy at the end, but the thing is that like they give you so many heal bots, I feel like it's really not that big of a deal. And yesterday I was testing it out to see if you got a special achievement for keeping them at 100% the whole time, and there's no special achievement. It's the same. So I'm not going to be as worried about if he takes a little bit of damage this time around. But something that's nice is that the guys who channel the spells, you can kill them instantly if you just interrupt their cast. Like, they'll die immediately. Let the heal items stay on the ground in case of emergencies. That's a great point, too. They stay for, it looked like about a wave and a half of duration, and then they're gone. Is at least what I noticed. You see, I did nothing but a counter shot there. I shot an auto and a counter shot there, and that guy instantly died. So if your class has multiple like stuns or interrupts, then you can really kill those guys quick. My first time through, I was just killing that guy. See, so I just did intimidate, instantly dies. Whoops. And then these guys will just go ahead and fight you. Like, you can face tank them instead of them hitting the speaker. Yeah, Stormbolt was great for range interrupts. Great point on that one. I always check first to see if there's any channelers coming in. Another thing too is that you there's going to be these little like pillars that are going to spawn up that are going to channel a beam straight into the speaker guy. You can face tank those instead of those going to the speaker. And I'll show you what I'm talking about in just a second. So interrupt him, and then I'm just going to use my hopping trap with that. Instantly they just die. And we haven't seen any of those pillars I was talking about just yet, but they should be the next wave, I think. All right, and then say every 5 waves is going to like end the, you know, like the series, right? And then you're going to have to reinitiate the fight again for the next wave following, right?
Watch my back while I commune.
So you want to do this 4 different times, and you're going to scale this up to wave 20, ideally. No worries if you don't hit it, though. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about, where he's going to channel a beam. And, oh, actually it tells you. Before it didn't. That's really funny. So yeah, now they're telling you that you can actually take the beam, like tank it yourself. Oops. I'm going to keep those guys off him. But yeah, you don't have to let it hit him. You could just tank it instead. You might want to use some kind of like one of your survivability cooldowns, because it does do a decent amount of damage if you're playing something squishy like I am. Yeah, SG, if you were playing a warrior for this, you probably had an easy time tanking that. Yeah, warriors are decently durable. Especially with, oh my gosh, I'm just thinking through, you're getting victory rush like crazy through here. You probably had an easy time. Oh, there we go. And again, just to interrupt on those. I like to focus on those first. Like I like to kill those first, but I won't go ahead and just do the interrupts on the channeler guys as a priority, because it's quick. Oh, I don't have, there's counter shot. I'm gonna go ahead and use, yeah, I'll have to use a healing cooldown. The malfunctioning pylons, those do a lot of damage, so you want to kill those first. All right, and then you have one more wave until you, oop, there we go. That little cool, or the little plug-in down there, not plug-in, add-on there, hold on. I want to get these guys off the speaker. Come here. This add-on that you're seeing flash, like in the bottom left of my character, that is Doom cooldown pulse. It actually got updated with this expansion finally. I love that thing. It just flashes on your screen whenever there's a cooldown coming up.
Let's get this.
Like once your cooldown comes up, you get to see it just in the bottom left. Actually, when you first install it, it's going to be like right over your character, so you really can't miss it. But I just move it down there so it's not flashing your all's faces. Yeah, these little heal bots are nice. So like they're going to put a little vial on the ground. It only stays for about a wave and a half of duration, so you don't want to let it just sit there forever. But yeah, just what like SG was saying, you can totally save it for emergency cases. Let's see, Ticklichus, he said, I'm new to the game. What do you think of Hunter's Survival for Beginners? Totally. I do prefer, hold on, let me deal with this guy. I do prefer BM a lot, and I think BM is like probably the best spec in the game for just absolute beginners, I think. Just because like the rotation is, it feeds into itself really well. It's nice and smooth, and it's not super complicated, so it's probably the least complicated in the game. So you get to focus more on learning the game itself surrounding a character instead of getting really locked into your keybinds. But totally, I think survival is not a bad choice either. Like, it's more important that you're playing what you like. But yeah, if you feel like you're just getting too much all at once, I suggest giving BM a try. you know, just to, you know, dip over, kind of learn all the mechanics of the general of the game. And then no problem with if you decide, like, you could come back to survival later or whatever. But survival's rotation's a little bit more involved, but it's still not bad. You're fine. Actually, I have a really good tip for you, Titulichus. I hope it's Titulichus. I'm making sure I say your name correctly there. It's a cool one. I have a really good add-on suggestion for you if you're trying to get your hands warmed up when you're like fighting cooldown, like fighting the dummies and getting used to your rotation. I think, let me do this last wave and then I want to show you what I'm talking about. I got to enable the add-on to show you. But it actually walks you through your spell rotation. It uses simulation data to determine your next thing. Only thing is that it's kind of like training wheels, right? Where you don't want to keep it on forever because, again, there's a lot going on in the game when you're in dungeons and stuff. A lot of mechanics you got to pay attention to. So if you're... Oops, swarm bot over there. So if you're just spending your time looking at the add-on, it's going to, you know, just affect your ability to respond to what's going on in the screen and in the game around you. Think, okay, that's the pause point. So here, the add-on is Hakili. Let me look it up here. I'm going to find it. Let me see. Here we go. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So that's an old ass loading screen. That's funny to see. All right, it's loading up. Basically, just below your character here, you can see on my screen that at the bottom, it's telling me the moves I should be doing. And it's just going to show you it shows you the icon of the spell. And then also it shows like your keybind, your current keybind for it. So to help you get your fingers warmed up, I do suggest taking this over to target dummies and then just practicing your rotation. And you can see, did you notice that it shifted the spell that was over here that I should do next based on what's going on with my character? That's because in Beast Mastery's specific case, it was wanting me to put out Dire Beast and go into my Bestial Wrath because I had my Frenzy stacks up, right? But my Frenzy stacks just fell off and the simulation data picked that up. So then it rotated back in my Barbed Shot, which is what's going to give me my Frenzy stacks to stack up again before I put out my additional pet with Dire Beast. All that to say, you don't really have to know about BM rotations for that, but just to show you that it's actively considering what's going on with your character in the game to be able to determine what you want to, you know, do next. You can see it shifting around right now because I had my stacks fall off, right? So, yeah, so that's a good one. I'm going to show you in action, like what it looks like when you're actually fighting things. But again, if you're using this like in a Mythic Plus dungeon, for example, you're going to be staring at this thing down there instead of looking at this up here. You know what I mean? Like, so you're going to get yourself in a little bit of trouble. But it's really good for just getting your fingers warmed up, just getting used to pressing the buttons in the game, that kind of stuff. But yeah. Wow, it feels like playing piano. Yeah, I know what you mean. And is the rotation usually the same you've learned based on the content? So are you saying, so it depends, right? And I'll just say for every spec is going to be different in that regard. Some are going to be more set in their path. It's going to be usually what you want to do. And then others are going to be very reactive to other things that are happening in the game, like very reactive. And I think to some degree, all classes and all specs are going to have some decision tree when it comes to AoE. Versus like single target, you know what I mean? Like your rotations can be different. Pay attention to this down here, by the way, as I'm fighting stuff. You're going to see that it's like shifting around. Notice I'm just like able to just do the next spell that it says on there. And in a normal case where you're just fighting like target dummies, and I'll show you where those are in Dornegal later if you want. You can just kind of cycle through your abilities and you always know what to do next. And it just gets you used to just hitting your cooldowns, making sure you're able to smoothly go through that stuff. And you won't need to sit with this thing forever. Once you get used to your rotation, you got it. And you'll be able to do it second nature. But not what I was going to say was that not all specs are the same in that regard. Like there's a lot of decision making and a lot of changing on the rotation just based on other triggers within the spec itself. One of those is like Arcane Mage, for example. Arcane Mage is just kind of known for having a really complicated rotation and a lot of decisions to make, like while you're going through your different spells. And if something happens, then you want to move to this one instead. If that happens, you know, adjust to this and like all that kind of stuff. Like I'm telling you, just for fun, go watch a video guide on it, rotation guide for Arcane Mage. It's always hilarious. Like just the spreadsheet of information in front of you. But my spec, for example, Beast Mastery, the only difference I'm really going to make in my rotation is that instead of when I'm moving into like I'm dipping into Cobra shots or whatever, I want to do multi-shots more when there's a AoE situation, because like right here, because I'm going to activate Beast Cleave, and then my pets are going to do kill commands to everything around it. Well, I'm getting my butt kicked right now by all this stuff. But you're going to be able to do kill commands and do AoE damage just based on having Beast Cleave up, which is a buff that I get from just when I do multi-shots. Again, that's a specific to Beast Mastery, but that's really the only difference when it comes to my AoE versus my single target. Is that I'm just trying to maintain just like one buff over here, but so it doesn't have as much adjustment as like Arcane Mage would. All that to say. See, I saw, let's see what you say. Hold on. This is the final wave here, so it gets just a little hairy. I just want to make sure I don't fail this right at the end. But they give you a ton of heal bots over here. And then nullification. You also want to kill those null bots too, because those guys are going to just give immunity fields to the little robots next to them. Okay. And then here, I'm going to pop this speaker's health up a little bit by just killing these guys. Give you some juice. All right. Anyway, you said I saw a YouTube it on YouTube, and I have PhD. Oh gotcha, man. Yeah. No, I understand. Yeah. Sometimes some of the rotations are just like a little bit extreme. But there's good specs for every level of play and every interest and complexity of like rotations. You know what I mean? And you can still be really... Oh, hey, Ticketlichius? Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much for the follow there. I really appreciate it. Thanks for following on Twitch. But there's like different levels of complexity just dependent on the spec you want to play. Like there's other easy ones too if you don't like, ranged for an easy spec. You want to do like an easy melee spec, for example. Frost DK is what I would suggest. Frost DK is really... pretty simple. You're just gonna be focusing on just getting really big obliterates. It's a really fun spec to play. I love Frost DK. Fury Warrior's not too bad, but it's just very like active with just button pressing. Like you're pressing buttons like really fast, and it's got a little bit of decision making just based on rage pool and that kind of stuff. But Fury Warrior's not too bad. Also, if you wanted to find another easier one just to get an introduction to the game without being overwhelmed. Yeah, so again, I don't know if anyone else is having this problem, but I cannot for the life of me get this this cash to be awarded. I know that it hasn't been awarded to me because if I look over, like this is the weekly event, right? Or not, sorry, not the weekly event, the zone, the world event for the Ringing Deeps. If I go back and I look at the Isle of Dorn, I've already done this one up here, and I can see the theater troupe. I don't have a cache available on that one, right? So I don't know what I'm doing wrong here, because I did complete all 4 waves. I have each time, and I was able to loot this thing over here, right? I was able to grab my rewards here. I got 4 chests. I unlocked all of them, but I don't think I ever got this thing. You know what I mean? I never got like my coffer key, for example, by completing this over here, and I feel like I should have. Now, granted, at this point, I've done a bunch of other caches, so I've already gotten my 4 coffer keys for the week, but I didn't get my cache reward from doing this event. So I'm so confused on that. If anyone else has a workaround or has figured out how to get that to work properly, please let me know. I'd love to know. All right. Anyway, jumping back to actually what we're focusing on today. We are looking at Delves and finishing up Glory the Delver, or just like the pieces of Glory the Delver that are available to us now. And just like for anyone that's just tuning in, we're talking about this Glory of the Delver, this achievement right here. This is going to be like that pinnacle achievement where you get your mount rewarded to you from just doing delve related content, right? So this is like your your keystone mount that you get for over in Mythic Plus land, or the raider mount. This is the delve mount that you get. And just, if we're talking about the goodies, you might as well look at it. This is what you get. It's this guy right here, the little beetle guy. He's pretty neat. All right, now, so this is our seasonal thing that we want to do. A lot of this stuff is going to be locked to once we get tier 8 unlocked to us. And so we can't do this one right here at the top. We can do this one, Lore Master. And I'll just review that quickly once we actually get into a delve later. But over here, finding the sturdy chest for this, we can do this one. Spore Sweeper, we cannot. This has to be done on tier 8. Tier 8 on this one, 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 tier 11 on this one. Nemesis, you can't even interact with this right now. So this is kind of a mysterious quest. It might be a feat of strength because it's supposed to be a hidden delve or something. So we'll have to find out later once we actually get the whole thing unlocked. And then brand development, this one over here. Unfortunately, you'd think you can totally raise Brann up to 25, but no, he's soft locked, as I found out, and SG mentioned that he's found this out too. Level 25 is not reachable because it looks like right now the highest Brann can get to is level 15, because ever since I hit level 15, any of the mislaid curiosities I pick up, that's those little pouches that are sitting on the ground that normally would contain a little bit of Brann XP, contain exactly nothing. And then Titulicious, you said, my friend told me Hunter is noob friendly. That is true, man. That is true. And then, oh, you said BRB. Okay, so you might not be back just yet. But yeah, no, Hunter's a good one for learning the game, for sure. I couldn't recommend a better one than that. And it's a cool-ass class, man. I love Hunter. Okay, so raise Bronzebeard to 25 you cannot do. So what you got to do is you got to focus on your story quests, and you got to focus on doing your sturdy chests. And I'm going to show you really quickly as we go into the next delve. For anyone that's just tuning in, I'll catch you up on what you can do to get those. It's pretty easy, not too difficult. And I think, did I just do this one? I just did Waterworks, and I just did the Dread Pit. Was there another delve in here? Am I forgetting one that's in the Ringing Depths? Deeps? I think that's it for that. I don't think I'm over there. Okay, we're going to go to Hollowfall now, because there is a boatload of them just chilling in Hollowfall. I'm going to go ahead and click on this event up here to guide me. If you didn't know, you can actually click on an event that's in Hollowfall, and it'll show you the gate of where you get to Hollowfall. If you're like me and you get lost as you're flying around here, makes it a little bit easier to be able to find where you're supposed to go, because it gives you kind of like that sub coordinate of where the gate is first, and then you get to fly right into this beautiful ass place. I love Hollowfall so much visually. Storyline in here, meh, wasn't that into it, but everything else about Hollowfall was super cool. I'm gonna go do this one, Skittering Breach. That one's not all the way down, is it? I don't think so. I think that one's still up here in Hollowfall. I'm going back and forth on if I like the fact that we got to fly all the way out to, oops, hold on. Where is my, is it over here? Oops. I'm back and forth on if I like having to fly all the way out to the delves or not. Oh, I gotta go down to get to that. I kind of like that it makes the world feel a little bit more alive. Where is it? Oh, there it is, I think. Oh, hold on. There is a little cavern here that looks like it leads to treasure. That looks like a nice little distraction. It's like, so anyway, to finish my thought on that, like, it's nice to have reason to fly around in the world and go place to place and look at things. Okay, what is this? A dark ritual. What could possibly go wrong? Let's kill this guy, because I feel like something interesting is going to happen. I don't know if this is like a timed treasure thing or not. I just never noticed it before, but let's find out if we get anything nice from this. Loot. Okay. And I'd like to click this, but my wolf's in the way. Ooh, that doesn't look good. This is such a cramped little cavern here. Okay. Do we get anything cool from this? They are not aggroing to my pet, so I'm actually getting eviscerated by this. Ooh, it's like when they pop out, they look right at you. Here, why don't I just sit around the corner so at least it gives my pets a chance to capture them. Try to LOS. Interrupt that with Implosion Trap. There we go. We triggered the boss. That's actually a little gnarly there. A lot of damage coming out. Alright, let's see what we got. Creeping Shadow, and then it looks like he drops a interactable orb. You click on it, and what do you get? Okay, so... Ooh, Shadow Essence. It's a trinket. It's a 571 trinket on the Adventurer track. It says, entering combat summons an orb of dark power to assist you. That sounds really cool. All right, well, anyone that's interested in grabbing a quick piece of treasure, it's right over here. There's a little cave that's in the water. You just walk straight up the path there into the little cavern, and then you click on the Dark Ritual, and then you can get this 571 trinket really easily and quick. And I have no idea exactly how much power's on it, because look at this. There's no stats on this thing whatsoever, but the equip effect is just entering combat summons a dark power. So really curious. That sounds like something fun just to fuck around with. All right. So I'll let you know if it's good or not. All right, let's jump back into that next delve. If I can ever find the Skittering Breach. I've been there 1,000 times, but any of these delves, man, it takes a couple minutes to just actually find their entrance. For me, at least. I get lost so easily. Oops. All right, so Skittering Breach. Oh, I did not mean to dash there. Oh, is this the hole up here? That's right. Isn't there a hole for this one? No. Let me see. No hole there. Is it on this side? Well, that is the most difficult part. Unless, okay, it actually, I think I know it's catching me up now. It might be, no, there it is. Got it. Whoop. Such a cool entrance to this one. All right, now I was going to mention it to everyone that might have just tuned in. So Shadow Realm, you can see what the storyline is of the one you're about to go in just at the top there. Each one of these is going to have 3 different storylines, and you can see it for your Lore Master achievement over here. Glory of the Delve. Glory of the Delver. You can see your Lore Master over on this side. We're walking to the Skittering... Where's this Skittering Breach? Right here. So you can see I've already done Shadow Realm. I'll go ahead and do it again anyway because I have to get my treasures for this one. But you can see all the different storylines, and you can check to see the day's storyline by looking at this up here. And if you haven't done it, then just do it, and then you'll be able to get that checked off your achievement. And the nice thing is too is that they do reset daily. So if you already did that one, then you can go ahead and just wait for the next one the next day. Easy enough. Okay, and then we're jumping over here. I'm going to go ahead and turn off Hikili. Add-ons, Hikili. Handy notes. I want to keep handy notes. Yeah, anyone that's looking to get the sturdy treasures, the sturdy chests, definitely get handy notes. Oh my god. That is a monstrous add-on for finding all of your little treasures. Just make sure you also get the War Within data pack. So it's like you're going to download handy notes, and then you're going to download the War Within handy notes. All right, let's dash over some shadows. Yeah, anyone that's never done this delve before, it's nice and easy. All you got to do is you just got to aim at the center of the circle. You're going to dash over. That's not usually part of it at the end. Where it's just... There we go. Wait, did Brann just give me a... Hold on. Did I do that? Oh, I did that by mistake. No, I was wondering that. I was like, how the hell did Brann get a bloodlust? But yeah, you just dash through the center of the circle, like the void circle, and it's just gonna go ahead and make it disappear. It took me a minute to figure this out last time. And then to be able to open up the like the totem, like the shadow totem, we got to destroy 5 of these. You're going to want to dash around all of the circles that are touching the shield, and then you'll be able to crack it on open. Let's see. And yeah, so what we want to do is we want to do this dash. We're going to clear out 2, and then notice we can go through this one, dash out this one, and then now the totem is nope, it's not exposed. We got to dash through this one. Then there you go. Now it's exposed. We can pop the totem. That took me a minute to figure out the first time through. Now, where are my chests? Oh, I've already done the chest for this one. That's fine. That's okay. I'll go ahead and just finish this delve. Bloop. Yeah, I don't think there's any delve that I don't like so far. They're all pretty awesome in their own way. I think the most difficult one right now, and this is just a me thing, but it's the underwater ones. I always forget to look at my breath meter, but I figured it out. I'm just going to move my breath meter into a better spot. That's going to help me like keep track of it a little bit better, because it appears like way up here somewhere, and I just want it like more like right in my face so that I can just keep track of it. Actually, those might have been the only delves I've died in so far. Have just been the ones that have been underwater, because I missed my breath meter like 2-3 times. More than that. 5-6 times. These guys are pretty cool. You can actually tame these if anyone else is playing Hunter, I think, right? It says... It doesn't say anything for this guy. I'm going to check. I think it's the same model, but the ones you can go down and find in Nerubian... or Ashgahat. I think you can tame some that look like that down there. Like little worm guys. I do think they're exotic, so you might need to be BM. Oh, just a reminder to anyone that's looking to get their Ghastly Rains mount. So there is an event going on right now on Twitch where if you are watching WoW content on Twitch for a combined total over the period of the event, you get combined total of 4 hours over the event, then you do get the Ghastly Rains of a like ghostly charger. It's like a ghost horse. If you're interested in getting that, you can watch me over on Twitch. I have it linked in the description if you'd prefer that platform. Or if you're comfy on YouTube and enjoying that over there, you're fine, man. Just enjoy YouTube. But YouTube doesn't have drops attached to it, I don't think. But Yeah, you'd also be helping me out too. I'm trying to get monetized over on Twitch. But again, what's important is that you stay on the platform that you enjoy the most. If you like YouTube better, stay right there. No problem at all. See, I'm trying to dash through this and actually get that pop. But what is... Oh, I think it's just because it's channeling from here. Bloop. Got it. I'm gonna dodge behind this wall here, see if I can pull them a little bit closer. Oops. Alright, and there we go. Alright, let's move on to that next guy. Now, the misled curiosities are so easy to see in this dungeon in particular, because everything's so freaking dark. Can't do that while I'm in combat. Am I in combat, though? I don't think I'm in combat. There we go. Game's catching up. Whoop. And then off we go. Got another misled curiosity chilling over here. Crack that open. Oh, can't do that one combat. Duh. So when you're in the Delves, you're going to be seeing the sturdy chests, which those are a one-time opening. You can't open the sturdy chests more than once. And you're also going to see the mislaid curiosities. Those you can open as many times as you want. It's the hardest time to try. There we go. Got it. But you can open those as many times as you want. You can find them again and again. We got kind of a unique situation right now where we can't really benefit, because like when you open those, you're going to find the Brann experience. But there's a unique situation right now where we're not getting Brann experience past level 15. At least I'm going to say for me. And I remember SG, you said in the chat there that you also are having the same situation where your Brann is just soft locked right at level 15 for whatever reason. And what started happening for me is that I would crack open those mislaid curiosities and I would have, I would just get them in my inventory and it was clogging up my inventory. And then one day I logged in and they were all gone and Brann didn't move up at all in experience. So, okay, awesome, Brann. It's a little weird. I'm gonna have to just dart through. Yeah, if you ever have trouble like getting one of these pools, like you might have noticed, like it does not get rid of the pool sometimes. Just make sure you're aiming through, like you're basically drawing a diameter line across the sphere, or not the sphere, the circle, where you're just going straight through the very middle of it. Try to touch the center of the, like the purple circle. Because the hitbox on it, I think, is just a little wonky. Alright, let's get through this. But again, talking about Delves, eventually you're going to be able to get some really nice gear from Delves. Like, really badass gear. That's not the case right now, unfortunately. Right now, anything you're doing in Delves is just you're getting a head start on your Glory of the Delver achievement, or you are just gonna get like 554 gear. 554 gear is what you expect. But the cool thing about it is that Delve gear. Oh God, one of these. All right, hold on. Let's see if I can get this done quick. I've been actually getting way better at these over time. What I've been trying to do is just like spread the, hold on. Does that make sense? Yeah, that kind of makes sense. This kind of makes sense. Yeah, there we go. Oh my God, wow. I've gotten way better at those. Maybe they've gotten easier. I don't know. It's hard to tell. Maybe they nerfed how difficult they are, but.
Fantastic.
Man, that was a brain wipe. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, you're gonna eventually get hero gear. You're gonna get mid-level heroic, like hero track gear, which I know we got a couple of us are new in chat, new players. Basically, if you haven't figured out the gear up system or like the level up system, there's like a bunch of different tracks. And right now, adventurer gear is kind of like the heroic level stuff we're getting, like heroic dungeon level stuff we're getting right now. And also those renown rewards, so the reputation related stuff is on the veteran track. And what that means is that basically as you're moving up those tiers, you can upgrade that stuff to higher and higher level item level. Like the cap is higher and the floor is higher, right? So like a level 1 veteran piece is going to be 580 and a level 1 adventurer piece is going to be 571. You know what I'm saying? So then you can take that veteran piece starting at 580 and you can upgrade it to, I can't remember the highest level off the top of my head, but you can upgrade it 8 times to eventually get to a higher item level. And what increases on those items is going to be the core stats and also secondary stats. It just becomes a better item all around. Now, let's get back to what I was talking about. Now, veteran is the highest thing we were talking about originally, and Delves are going to release something that's going to have a cap of gear that's actually 2 entire tiers above that, right? Because you got veteran, and then up to the next one is champion, which is the late renown gear we can get right now. And then hero is the next one, which is the second highest one. The highest one is mythic. And we're able to get up to the middle of hero gear, which is, again, 1 below the absolute cap, inside of our vault rewards for Delves, which makes Delves like an extremely good way of getting gear, especially the fact that they only take about 10 minutes to complete, and you have to complete 3 of them in the week to be able to get the first vault reward. For anyone that's new, that never played Dragonflight, Vault is like kind of our weekly accomplishments. That's the weekly checklist of the things we're doing. And the difficulty, the higher difficulty stuff we do for the week, it's going to get us better and better loot to pick from in the vault. And the more of that stuff we do, the more activities we complete, the more choices we're going to get, that their quality is going to be reflected based on the difficulty of the stuff we did for the week. I know I'm throwing just an absolute shit ton at you if you're a new player. Like Tichglitches, I think you mentioned that you are brand new, so I know that that's probably confusing, and don't worry, you don't have to know it all right now. But it's good for you to kind of understand loosely, like, you know, where our gear's coming from, because each week you do want to make sure that you're checking off the box of completing something for the week and getting something in your delve. But you don't have to do everything, but you probably want to do something is kind of the general rule there. Let me just slide across these really quick. There's a lot of garbage to clean up here. There is a lot of mopping to do. A ton of Nerubian mopping. Let me go over here. Okay, now we're exposed. There we go. So yeah, I mean, being able to get that quality of gear solo has never really been something in WoW. And that's, you know, again, for new players, I mean, just to kind of give you that context, like this is the first expansion that you're really going to get like true end game rewards for something you can do completely by yourself. So it's like basically opening up the game for a new kind of player. Because previous to this, a lot of those players would just do world content, and there wouldn't be a good, you know, place for them to take those the gear that they're farming and put it into a challenging content. And delves are kind of aiming to be that pinnacle piece. Hey, Michael, how are you doing today, man? Yeah, thanks for stopping in, Michael. I'm just walking through right now talking about delves and kind of, oh my God. Ooh, that was lucky. I just like darted onto this. I did not even see that bridge there. That is going to get you killed, by the way. That lightning or light dash that you do, you're going to die to that. All of us are going to die to that. You're going to knock yourself off the cliff. But that doesn't really matter until you get to tier 4 and above, because at tier 4 and above, you have 5 respawns each time. That's you shared with your team, for the record. It said, yeah, I need to start doing the only done 3 so far. Well, yeah, no rush on it either, Michael. I was just talking about that. Like when we get into like the season, you know, at that point, we really want to make sure we're doing our delves each week. But right now, as far as gearing goes, you're not going to get crazy good gear from delves because we're locked to that tier 3, and we don't want to spend our bountiful keys, because like they would give us heroic level stuff, right, if we were using our bountiful keys. So I could go through and do 4 bountiful delves back to back to back, and I could get 4 571 pieces, which this week would be awesome. That'd be fantastic. But I could also just go right into do heroics, and I wouldn't be consuming my coffer keys, which later I could use for when the game actually, not the game, when the season actually releases. I could start using those on the highest tier that I can possibly accomplish. So it's like the delve system is there, but just for the fact that we don't want to be spending those keys right now. Yeah, I feel like we're kind of like, I don't know, like cut off at the ankles, you know what I mean? Or what's the expression? Like, I just feel like we can't really get in there deep into delves. So all that to say, Michael, no worries. If you're if you haven't done a whole lot of delves, you're not really missing out on anything. But if you're interested in getting a little bit of progression towards your Goliath mount, so that like pinnacle mount you can get from doing delves for the season, you can get a little bit of progression on that because you can go through and do all your treasures. You can do your treasures, and you can also, yeah, look at that. So 554 is the highest we can get without using a bountiful key right now, right? So that's like fine. That'll get you into heroics, but heroics would be my suggestion right now for gearing your character completely out, outside of doing that weekly content and then the the special assignment caches. And if you really want to, you can go into your renown journey, but no pressure on doing that renown stuff, because even that veteran gear is going to be replaced really fast too, right? So if you're farming out your renown and you got to the veteran gear on for the renown rewards, the caches starting in the season are going to start awarding us 580 veteran gear. So that stuff like is just going to be replaced relatively fast. Now, it's not saying that renown's useless. Like, it's not. Like, it's going to give you a little bit of a head start, but basically the game is set up right now so that you can sit on your hands until the season comes out and you're really not missing much. You know what I mean? So it's like nobody should be stressed about getting behind or whatever. I'm going to jump down over here because I think this is the next one I need. So yeah, nobody should be stressed about getting behind or anything. Wait, what was that? Hold on. Did I just see? Hold on. There was a rare that popped up on my screen. Here he is. Are you tameable? Hold on. Chill out. No, he's still going for me. I want to see if he's tameable. There's another guy here. Okay, I'll go ahead and kill it for now. I'm gonna have to wait a while on taming these rares, because I don't want to like have to ask everybody, mind if I tame it? I don't want them to lose out on loot. And it looks like I already have one anyway. Not this rare, but I think he's the same model as the other Grove Hoofs or whatever these guys are called. Hey, Flailion. Welcome in, man. Thanks for joining. How are you doing this morning? I was just talking all about delves and also telling people not to worry about, not doing a shit ton of delves right now because we're kind of hamstrung on what we can get out of it until the season begins, which isn't coming out until the 10th. I think that's when we're going to start bumping on to the next... that's when we get some more tiers in here.
Cobus infest the hungering pool and attack our people.
Yeah, right now, priority one, though, if you're a delver, if you're into delves and you like them, just get your coffer keys. Just do all your coffer key sources, and that's your weekly stuff anyway. You're also going to be getting passive renown for that, too, and just, it's going to sprinkle adventurer gear over you. You're going to get two pieces of adventurer gear by just cracking those caches. And you want to crack 4 of them. And you can do anything you want. Like, there's a bunch of options. I have a whole video guide on it if you want to take a look at that. But you get some choices. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so it looks like Oh, all right, everybody. So I've been really curious about why you would ever want to do a bountiful delve outside of using your key, right? I think I finally see it. And it's the companion experience. It looks like if it's not a bountiful delve, you're going to get... so first of all, blanket. First completion will give you the epic level experience for Brann. And then everyone after that will be a lesser tier. If it's not bountiful, it will be common, it will be green. And it looks like if it is a bountiful delve, it will be rare, it will be blue. So if you're trying to grind out your Brann, and again, don't forget everybody, don't have to do this right now because again, we're locked at level 15 Brann, so no rush on this, like you can wait. But later, once we're actually getting into our grind and actually trying to push Brann up and he's not gated anymore, you can level him up faster if you're just jamming blue delves back to back to back. That's my theory, because that's rare experience as opposed to the green experience. So if WoW has taught me anything, blue is better than green. All right, let's see. Zizra Gaming, this is first time watching live. Love your vids. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in here. Thanks for joining. And then Owl, best pet for Hunter Sod. Yeah, I do. Like, so in Season of Discovery, I've been out of Season of Discovery for a little bit. I would say, like, if you're playing solo, if you are playing solo, then you're going to get a lot of value out of doing the Owl, because you can keep AoE threat on targets by its Scratch ability. And that's really nice. So you can just set up an AoE farm, especially with, your launcher. You can set up your launcher traps and AoE farm and all that kind of stuff. It's really, really, really nice. But if you're just talking about raw power, you want to switch over to the Core Hound. And anybody that didn't play Season of Discovery, yeah, we got fucking Core Hounds in Season of Discovery for starting in tier 3, or not tier 3. I'm thinking Delves. Phase 3. We got to use Core Hounds, which is really, really cool. They had like an epic quest line for us to do, and we got this special leash item that made them tameable. It was really, really cool. It was awesome. But yeah, you want to go ahead and do Core Hounds. Oh, and then on that topic, Satisna, you want to, and you can tell me if I'm saying your name right, by the way. Is it Satisma? But I wanted to mention that you want to go grab the escaped Core Hound in Burning Steps. You're going to have a little bit of trouble grabbing him because people might not be aware that you can actually still get the rune from him if you tame him. But you want to go find him and you want to tame him in the Burning Steps because he has Lava Breath 2 as opposed to Lava Breath 1 that you would get from Carphacius, the Unleashed. Carphacius Unleashed was the first one we had access to in tier 3 or phase 3. So just so you know, Carphacius looks way cooler. But yeah, you want to grab the Escape Core Hound at least to learn that ability, Lava Breath 2. But he said next time make content Hunter MM with Owl Pet, ha ha ha. Yeah, sure. Satisma. Yeah, yeah, I didn't do anything for Marksman. I mean, both. I love Beast Mastery, both its classic form and also its retail form. I want to have access to be able to tame whatever the hell pet I want, man. Because I find the pets, like, to be the best part of Hunter. I mean, obviously, right? Okay, let's go ahead and grab this. Oops. Yeah, this one's a little bit annoying because you got this thing zapping at you while you're trying to just loot the dude. That sounds weird. Something to know also about these mobs is that you want to interrupt the... there's going to be a cast that the big dudes are going to do that's going to make everybody immune. And yeah, immune to damage completely, and you have to interrupt it for you to be able to damage anybody. I'm going to show you next time. You might have seen it while I was talking about sod stuff, but... Let's see, and we're going to scootle over here. And just a reminder to anybody that's wanting to get their Ghostly Charger mount, this is going to be the viewer reward for Twitch right now for like the WoW drops. I have a link to Twitch in the description if you wanted to watch over there, because you will be earning that reward passively. Just make sure you have your BattleNet connected to your Twitch account, and you'll be able to get your charger reigns. But I mean, what's important is you stay on the platform that you enjoy, right? So if you enjoy YouTube more, if you're more comfy over here, stay over here, no problem. But there's two things you can accomplish on Twitch. If you do like Twitch and you'd rather watch over there, then you'd be helping me out get monetized on Twitch, which would be awesome. I appreciate it. And also you'd be getting yourself one of those little charger mounts. So completely your call though. Stay where you're comfortable. No pressure either way. All right, this is the guy I think that's going to go ahead and cast that spell. I'm going to stop damaging him just so you can see what that spell is. Watch this. Blessing of Dusk is not it. It's not it, but that is something you can trank shot off, by the way. I think Brann actually did it there. Brann just trank shotted him because I didn't do it. Let's see. Is he going to cast it? It's like, it's really cool actually. Like he just channels into the sky and it does like void lines to everybody in the area. I don't think he's going to do it. I'm just going to kill this guy. You had your chance, Shade Guard. You could have got an extra second or two of life. Also, too, there are going to be secret treasures. Actually, there's another thing I wanted to show you here, too. Look at this. Here, let me go back up to the top so I can show you. So whenever you do this delve, there's going to be, like any delve, there's going to be a layout and then a certain number of rares are going to spawn inside of that delve. And it looks like in this case, we got a little bit lucky because we got 2 rares that spawned right back to back. So we can go up to the top here. This is probably... Actually, you probably want to make a macro as soon as you walk into this delve because it always seems to be the same rare that spawns here at the top. You're going to be able to get this guy, Stolen Loader, sometimes spawns in this platform. And usually there's like a couple elites patrolling around this top. So you don't want to just clear this for no reason. But if you set up a macro and like, you know, target Stolen Loader, then as soon as you walk into this platform over here, you can see if he's on this ledge. And if he is, then you can go ahead and come over here and kill him. Otherwise, yeah, you can skip this ledge entirely because the only thing that might spawn on here, the only thing I've seen is like mislaid curiosities. You'll see spawn there, or you might see mislaid curiosities spawn down there. And yeah, I mean, you're going to be able to get that in a lot of sources. So no pressure on missing that. But if there is a rare over here, oh yeah, there's another place it can spawn. It's just behind him. If there is a rare, I'll show you why he's important. This is actually my favorite rare to find outside of the double jump, because having a double jump is just badass. I wish we all had double jumps just baseline. But let's see. I'm gonna kill this guy and I'll show you. He has a really cool passive ability that is attached to him. Alright, let's get him, let's get him. And then he did. Okay, so now this thing. Loader signal. So while in combat, a magnetic loader has a chance to assist you, pulling enemies towards it for 5 seconds before exploding for 194,744 fire damage. Even the fire damage isn't like the biggest deal. It's mainly the fact that it's going to be a like grip to pull everything together and then blow up for damage, which just also lets you kind of, what's nice for me is I get to layer my beast cleave on top of that, and then everything's just getting bombed. Okay, so that's rare 1. Also, there's another thing you want to be aware of anytime. Again, if you see purple, it's usually good. This purple's bad. But when you see purple in any of the delves, like this purple over here, that is going to be a power up. Okay, so it's going to be one of the power ups you can get for your delve. I'm going to go ahead and grab this little dude. Okay, and then I'll show you this one in particular. These are actually going to be mimics. So if you click on it, then you're gonna have a little guy pop out. You gotta go kill him. And it looks like the rares are immune to the pull. So we just figured that out together. I didn't know that. Because my the little loader guy spawned. And he spawns once every 120 seconds. see, and then pop that. Let's click that. Okay, when your health drops below 25%, gain immunity to all damage, harmful effects, knockback, forced movement effects for 10 seconds. That is nice. I like it. Okay, and let's scoot on over here. Always check under this deck right here, because there's going to be either nodes, like mining nodes, or you're going to see some treasures down there too, like mislaid treasures. Oops. Okay. Gotta kill this guy. Yeah, look at all those. So anytime you step, this is kind of like the cultist, I guess, zone effect. You're gonna have to avoid these little like purple circles that just expand and shrink. I kind of hope they like move around on higher tiers or something, because right now they're really easy to avoid. Even though the only time I get hit by them is just when they plop their little mission thing like in the middle of them. And watch, this is gonna be annoying because we're gonna have several overlapping circles here. Oh, that's not too bad. But yeah, you can see when they expand out, it was like right in there. Yeah, you could get like a ton of those artillery shots at you if you just walked in the middle of all that garbage. Oh, mislaid curiosity over there. Always keep an eye out for these. And right now I'm forcing the habit of me like looking at them, even though I'm not getting Brann experience because I'm soft locked. Level 15 is going to be your soft lock for Brann. Right now, it's not going to be a lock after the season comes out or once we get higher tiers, whenever the hell that is. It does say on the tooltip, though, that it's going to unlock with this season, so I guess they're really going to wait that long. I was hoping we'd get a couple tiers. Like, you don't have to go all the way up to 8 or whatever, but maybe give us a couple tiers to start getting into before the season launches. I don't know. Oh, there's another mislaid curiosity over there. Just building the habit of always clicking on these little bags. Once you do soft lock, like you might have just saw it there, you're going to start getting resonance crystals. And don't worry, like it's not a good source of resonance crystals, but at least you get something. Like you get 3, like 2, 3. I think I had 5 drop once. It's not a good source. The whole dungeon, though, or the whole delve is not a horrible way of getting resonance crystals. I'll have to see again how many resonance crystals we're getting for tier 3s. I can't remember. But we do have... Oh, nice. Got a node over here. We do get a decent amount of the Valor Stones, which Valor Stones, for anyone that's coming in for the first time, like say you tuned out Dragonflight, didn't play it at all, Valor Stones are going to be basically like, I like to think of them as like pennies in the dollar, where they're just like your small currency that's going to be used in each transaction when you upgrade your gear. So you're always going to need Valor Stones whenever you're going for gear upgrades. And actually, on that note, I'll show new players how to upgrade gear later on. I feel like that might be a good thing to go over. But like, you're going to always need those anytime you do an upgrade, in addition to the crests that are required for that quality of gear. So remember, we were talking about like the different versions of gear for anybody that didn't play Dragonflight. You got like the Explorer, Adventurer, Veteran, Champion, and then Hero into Mythic. The higher you go in there, the higher level of what's called crests you're going to need. Those are your dollars, right? Those are the big things. You don't need any of them. You don't need any of those quality crests, the different quality of crests, to get up through the really low item level stuff. And then once you do start needing the crests, you're moving into like the higher item levels. And then the higher you get on item levels, the more rarity, the higher rarity crests you're going to need, which is going to be locked behind more difficult content. But with the fact that delves can go all the way up to, on vault rewards, you can get all the way up to mid hero gear. I would assume that we would get the crests we need to upgrade hero gear from the highest level delves, but that is yet to be seen. I am not sure on that. And if anybody else does know that information, please tell me, because I'd love to know. What is the highest level crest that we'll be able to get? Leon says, I'm having fun exploring delves, for sure. I kind of feel like Indiana Jones. I was just saying that, Flayleon. I was literally just saying that before before you jumped in here. I feel like Brann and Reno are basically Indiana Jones. And it's like the coolest shit ever. Like, he even has the whip ability where you can like cancel the spell that the target's about to do, like cancel their special ability. It's like so cool. I love the delves. Also loving the fact that you're being rewarded for everything you do in the game. Exactly. That's a really good thing too. I think what I appreciate the most about Dragonflight is that there's no invalid way to play Dragonflight, right? So if you're a solo player that like, you end the workday, you don't feel like talking to another soul, you're just like, hey man, I just feel like playing some WoW and chilling. You're still able to progress your character. You're still able to do something meaningful and something challenging in the game if you want to take on the extra challenge. You know what I'm saying? Like that, I feel like that's been an invalid play style for so long with WoW, where it's like if you don't have a group of dudes to play with, or if you just don't feel like playing with a group of dudes, then it always felt like you were building towards nothing. Like there wasn't anywhere to take that gear you got from world events. There wasn't anything to do with that weekly gear. It was just kind of like helped you do your world events maybe just slightly a bit faster. But now players who, it's no longer the case for those players. Now they have some kind of meaningful progression path, and then also an ultimate challenge where they can really stack themselves up against some kind of content. Which I just think is fantastic. Nobody should feel like they're playing WoW the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my opinion. Like if you enjoy WoW, you should be able to play it the kind of way you want. That's the cool thing about MMOs, in my opinion, is that like they're little worlds, right? There's so many different things you can do in them. I mean, we have fucking professions in the game. You know what I'm saying? Like there's like, I don't know. It's an expanded world. And I just don't think anybody should be left behind. All right, let's kill this guy. There's the shadow barrier. So I was talking about this earlier. He's going to cast that ability. Everybody, and I'm getting my butt kicked, but yeah, he's going to cast that ability and everybody's going to be immune. So that's going to be a priority later on the higher delves and stuff. You're going to want to make sure that you're keeping him down and stopping him from doing that ability. Either CC him or, you know, save an interrupt for that. I'm just tossing out men pet to make sure my poor little cleft hoof doesn't die. Another tip for hunters. Grab yourself a cleft hoof, man. They are a really good pet because you got a lot of defensives on there. I've said it before, but cleft hoofs are the shit. Only BM hunters can have them though. Just so you know. So if you're a marksman or survival hunter, listen to this. Only BM hunters can get those. Oh, there's nothing over here. Oh, you know what? So, well, this is a good moment for people to see this too. With the delves, you can always see what you're supposed to do next or what you should be doing by opening up your map. You're going to see quest circles around the different areas that are going to have like the thing you did. So often you're going to forget something you were supposed to do previously, and then you can go back and do it. Right, you can just work your way back over to here. There was probably a... Wait, no, never mind. Nope, I'm full of shit. It's actually above me. It's up on this platform. That's where Speaker Devin Ruth is. So it's just the boss. It looked like I needed to backtrack, but I don't. But if you ever do find yourself in a case where you get to the boss and he hasn't summoned yet, you forgot to do something, just open up your map and go back to it. Another thing to keep an eye out for as well while you're doing delves, there is an achievement for doing all the puzzles and doing a certain number of puzzles. So you want to always be keeping an eye out for those. Okay. I never use this ability. And I think I wasted it. Okay, it comes up in every 6 seconds. Yeah, there's like a flare ability. I'm wondering if this guy has... maybe a spell I have never seen before. I've done him before. I just don't remember having to use that little command action button or special action button. It's so cool that after you kill this guy once, he sets the boat on fire. Like that's so badass.
They'll never be using that move.
Inflict death. Alright, and then there we go. Okay, let's head on over here. Oh, here's something that you need to keep in mind as well. So after you finish this delve in particular, and I think there's one other delve like this as well, you might be like, well, where do I go? Where's the, oh, there's the treasure room, and you walk down and around like that. If you want to speed up your run a little bit, there is an action button at the bottom that just hurls you into the air like that, and then you're able to fall down on the parachute. It's the wonkiest looking thing, but it saves you a little bit of time. And then just another reminder, don't open your bountiful coffer. If you're grinding these like pre-season, just, yeah, try to remember. But I mean, if you open, it's not the end of the world. Again, you're going to get at least 4 delve keys, coffer keys every week. So that's going to be 4 runs on a delve that you can do each week. So no worries. And grab the gold, even though it's only 3 gold per. Still, every little bit helps. So yeah, that was a nice thing to figure out, though. It looks like you will get, theoretically, you will get more experience for your companion. If you're trying to like hard grind him out, then you want to go ahead and do bountiful delves to be able to get, oh, that's interesting. Hold on. Did they just change which delves are bountiful? Yeah, because I think, did we just have a reset? How often... Actually, anybody that knows this, tell me in the chat there, how often do they rotate the bountiful delves? Because I walked into that, it was bountiful, and by the time I got out, it wasn't bountiful. And they do not consume on doing a bountiful delve, I don't think. Unless I just learned something there. All right, well, let's head on down to the next one. I do need to go ahead and grab... Okay, Flayleon, you said, yep, most of us growing up playing WoW are so much older now and don't have the same amount of time to play. That's exactly right, Flayleon. I was thinking about that too, as like the expansion was approaching and stuff. Like, I think WoW is Blizzard is starting to adapt to their player base, and the fact that, like, because I mean, it's been a growing thing where they've been investing more resources into like Mythic Plus and raiding content. Like Dragonflight, really, they first of all revamped profession systems completely at the start. That was just such a big switch up, and they're so in depth now. Like, you can spend your entire time playing with professions if you wanted to, and it's like you're always gonna be discovering new stuff. But also, the world content got so much better, where every time you had a patch come out, there was always a brand new world event. There was always new collectible stuff. There was always something to do that was going to be brand new with that new patch that was themed around the story of that patch. So it seemed like they were starting to invest their time into, you know, something for those players to do, which was really interesting. And then this expansion, they doubled down on that too, with the fact that they put you know, delves as kind of the pinnacle piece that those world players can kind of commit to and start doing. I wonder how long ago they decided to do that, or if they saw the success of how much the world events people were liking in Dragonflight, they decided to go ahead and you know, start rewarding people more with a pinnacle piece of content. I don't know, it's interesting. Let's see, Titulichus, he said, I heard that there's a dungeon that you can do only with NPCs and not real players. That's correct, Titulichus. That's going to be... You're going to do follower dungeons for that. Hold on, I'll show you that. So if you ever want to queue up for follower dungeons, you can do it on your group finder right there. The nice thing about it is that you can learn all of the mechanics for the dungeon on your own with NPCs that are there. If you're learning about healing for the first time, which... I mean, let's be honest, I feel like healing is the highest skill cap like role in the game, but there's no way to learn it unless you have people to heal. Well, now you go into follower dungeons, right? And you can practice healing in there with them. And if you fuck up, nobody knows but you. You know what I mean? So it's like you get to really learn your way around your keybinds and just like practice with the game. And On top of that too, follower dungeons give you the same quality of gear that you would get from a normal dungeon. So it's an exact replacement for that level of content. So if you wanted it to be, you know what I mean? Still, there's no reason to not do normal dungeons if you like normal dungeons. But like, yeah, you can just do follower dungeons and get that same level of gear. And also, I want to mention too that they're just like juiced with damage in there. Like the followers were pumping when I first hit 80. And granted, I was just a fresh level 80. Oh my god, what did I stumble into here? What did I stumble into here? Hold on. I'm not gonna have... Catch me. Nope. All right, I have one healing. Yeah, I stumbled into some problems there. Where's my pet? Come back to me. I didn't have deterrence to like break my fall there. I binding shot this guy. There we go. We're fine. That was funny. I just stumbled on a little Nerubian meeting there, I think. But, yeah, let's see, what was I talking about? Oh, yeah. So the follower dungeons are pretty legit. And then, yeah, there we go. We got blue experience on this one as well. I'm going to step into this so this guy doesn't just keep stabbing me in the butt. All right. And then what else did you say here, Titch Legends? You said, in the new expansion... oh yeah. No, that was available in the last patch of Dragonflight last season, and then yeah, it carried over. I'm glad that they stuck with it. I actually wouldn't mind if they started doing heroic dungeons like that too, just like, or gave you some kind of scaling difficulty for those if you wanted to. Diablo is adapted to the busier player base as well. Totally, I agree with that. Yeah, no, Diablo's done a lot of stuff with that as well. And yeah, you're saying in the base, MMORPGs are kind of moving towards solo play. Yeah, and I think like it's more like also they're making it so it's an acceptable way to play. You know, they're not making it necessarily that it's the best way to play, because I don't think anyone can argue with the fact that something that's unique with MMOs is the fact that you get like access to other players, and you're in this living and breathing world. You're walking around, you're seeing other dudes walk around alongside you, and if you choose to interact with them, then you're able to do that. But what's different now, and I think it's becoming more like, you know, if we talk about like MMO culture, like culturally acceptable in MMOs, is that now they're saying that it's okay to play solo and get meaningful progression from being a solo player. It's no longer like you are playing the game wrong if this is the way you like to play it. And I think that is a huge change for MMOs, and I think it's a really exciting one, because I think it's what's kind of held the genre back a little bit, is that it's, I don't know, some of the old... It's like held on to some of the old pieces that people think are like, that like are supposedly really important to the core genre, like making it super grindy, like crazy grindy, like it takes forever to accomplish the things you want. Like people don't have the same level of time, you know, talking about that aging player base that they used to when we were little. Like, I mean, it sucks, but you know, it is what it is. Like, it's just, it's the adjustment there, but enabling people to get meaningful, you know, progression out of their playtime available. It's like, yeah, I think that's a good adjustment for what's happening with MMOs in general, and I hope it keeps going with that trend too. Instead of people being stuck on the sidelines, that's the alternative.
Don't stand there.
But I mean, speaking of Diablo too, yeah, Diablo's definitely made some good strides in that direction too, and I also think the the ARPG genre has kind of had some adaptations as well to player bases, where like they're making, there's no like you were talking about Diablo. Remember back when Diablo first released, and we had those Uber uniques, like only like 3 people in the entire game were going to be able to find those by the time that the season ended. You know what I mean? And then you got seasonal resets with it too, so it's like you're just losing those crazy rare items. And so it was like there's things that exist in the game that you'll never see, and so it's a whole section of the game that's just impossible unless you play the game for like, you know, 24 hours a day, right? But like they adjusted the systems that now you can like craft those. You can like make meaningful progression with your character by like having directed paths towards getting those. So I mean, I think Blizzard in general has kind of made some adaptations to their games in that way. Let's see. And you said that's true. I'm not a kid gamer anymore, only and have a family. Yeah, it's true. It's true, man. And I think that like a problem with games right now, and like something I hope will be rectified eventually, is that, well, we've gotten into battle passes and stuff, which is like, battle passes are cool. I have nothing against battle passes, but I have an issue with everything being sold from the perspective of FOMO. You know what I mean? Like, you're trying to stress people out about not having access to stuff. Well, I mean, okay, we got to say it. Blizzard did it. You know what I mean? Like, Blizzard did it this past time with early access. And I don't think anybody liked that. Like, I don't think there was any, I mean, I don't know. I just, tell me if I'm wrong. I'd love to hear a different perspective on this, but I don't think anybody really, in the end, benefited from it besides like Blizzard's pocketbook, because like you had early access, which is making people feel like they're missing out on the game because they can't join up yet because it's stuck behind a paywall. You know what I mean? And then the people who did pay for it, the content's locked anyway. So it's like all you could really do once you got to max level, if you know you were like, I got to get in there fast so I don't get behind, which is like, I think their marketing strategy for selling that. Once you get in there, you're just doing normal dungeons. You know, that's the highest bit of progression you got to. So, I mean, I don't know. I was a little bit disappointed about like them choosing to do the early access thing way back when they announced it, 3 days early access for an extra however much money it was. Of course, I paid for it. You know, I did it. Like, so they got me, I guess. Not totally against Battle Pass. I agree. Yeah, I don't have any problem with battle passes. I actually think they're pretty cool. I went back up here because I saw my blue quest over here and I didn't see any dudes over there. So I don't know what it's telling me I got to do. Battle passes themselves are not the enemy though, for sure. I totally agree with that. As long as you have like a meaningful amount of time to like, you know, progress through it, and you know what I mean? It gives you like seasonal goals, and I think that's kind of a nice part of like doing, like having a season's journey and like a checklist of things that you can get, and also an end point for your season where it's like, okay, I did the thing. Now I'm done for this season. I'll come back next season. That's healthy for a seasonal game. Like time limited stuff that's like really hard to hit, that's not as healthy because again, it's playing back to FOMO, especially if you sell like battle pass progression. Then yeah, like it's going down a bad path. Yeah. That's delicious. You said you're not too happy about the early access either. Totally. I think a lot of people are pretty vocal about not being super happy with how that went and how that was. So, I mean, I got my fingers crossed that maybe they'll drop it for next time. Because also, too, at a very core of it, too, the coolest day for any MMO is day one. And getting all your dudes in there, like all your friends and everybody playing together. That's like really the cool part of it. And we got to kind of missed out on it this time around because of the like tiered released system. We didn't have that day where, I mean, honestly, the crashed servers, I feel like is part of it. You know what I mean? Everybody like posted on Reddit and like, you know, other social media about how they're just stuck on the login screen and all that kind of stuff. I don't know. I think it's just all kind of part of the launch process. That day one release. How many more I gotta get? I got 3 more of these guys, and looks like there's 1 down here. Alert puppet. Okay. Can I give this guy a drink? No, okay. So yeah, I gotta feed him the antidotes every time that I run into one of these guys. And that's the objective for this part. Let's see. Invalid target. Oh, I gotta target you. Oh, I meant to look at Brann's egg to see if I can make a macro for that. Anyone that's like getting into delves, like Brann is gonna have an ability where he's gonna plop down an egg for you. and you got to shoot it. And if you crack open that egg, then you're going to get a devil sword. It's going to pop out, right? And then once a devil sword pops out, it fears everything. But the only way to break that egg is if you target it and shoot it. Even that ability that Brann has where he like aims at you and then fires a shot, that does not trigger on his little egg. So it does have to be targeted. Or in my case, I can do Beast Cleave. Beast Cleave will hit it. So AoE spells do work. But sometimes he chucks it in a random direction. Let me see. I'm going to keep an eye out for it again, though. Because last time it was called Brann's Epic Egg. I'm wondering if it has a different... Oh, I should have saved that cooldown for... I think we're coming up on the Puppet Master here in a second. Let me see.
Found a bit of gold.
Found a bit of gold. Yeah, it's down there. Oh, there's a puzzle back there, too. Wow, that was pretty hidden. Now that's something that Handy Notes won't show you. If you're trying to get your achievements for doing delves, you probably want to go... Well, you just got to keep an eye out for it, because there's literally nothing, like, Handy Notes isn't saying anything. But eventually running these, you're going to get used to where everything spawns. But if you're after that achievement for completing the puzzles and enough of the puzzles, then you just want to keep your eye out for any, like, little shiny thing like this. It's another one of these. Okay, let's see. I think I got kind of a system together on these. I usually just suck so bad at doing these. Actually, here, why don't we do this? And this is going to need to spread out a little bit. And why don't we do... Oof, barely. All right, there we go. Got it. Apparently I'm way better at those than I used to be. Reno's random reaction. Yeah, so this is just going to be a random proc every time you attack. The effect itself doesn't really trigger that often, but I'm just trying to use as many of those puzzles as possible so I can work on that achievement where you just have to do like a shit ton of puzzles. I don't think it's part of Glory of the Delver, though. So it's just an achievement to do for fun if you wanted to do it. Again, Puppet Master's subject is going to have that same ability. Remember from the other cultist dungeon? He's doing the same thing that the other one did. It's a good question, Titular. It's just what's it coming across as for you? Oh, nice. Yeah, okay. I am on 1440, but so I will say I'm a streaming noob, so I just wanted to make sure I had my settings set up correctly. So yeah, it's good to hear that it looks good over there on Twitch. Yeah, thanks. That kind of feedback's helpful because again, like I just started streaming and I'm just figuring out like all the settings and all the back end stuff and all that. It's just I'm trying to figure it all out. So it's helpful to hear if things actually look good or if something needs to look better or whatever. That's helpful to me. Looks like he does a little thing that chases you. Oh, this is going to be fun. Watch this one. So this is going to be a really fun, crazy pull later. Where the hell's my pet? Oh, my pet's dead for this, so that's nice. Hold on. I'll grab my pet. So these guys all do that charge move, and they just kind of summon a gauntlet. And it gets just a little bit hairy through here. And I'm not saying like right now it's difficult, but I think that this is going to be a manly ass pull later once we have once we move into higher tiers, because each one of those guys does a charge and there's 4 of them all at once. So you're tracking each of the charges. I imagine you're gonna have to pull them back down through here so you don't just get obliterated. Because I can imagine one of those like charge spells just like knocking you, be able to knock you down. And again, remember you got 5 revives when you go tier 4 or above. And the only thing that happens is that you're going to forfeit your loot for that run, and you don't get the bonus chest, and you also, oops, hold on. That was a bad time to scratch my face there. It's a bad, wait, what was I saying? Oh yeah. So you don't get the bonus loot. You don't get the bonus loot if you do die 5 times. Yeah, this Puppet Master doesn't really do anything interesting there. But no worries, you can just repeat and do it again. Oh yeah, also you don't tier up your dungeon, right? You don't tier up the delve. Look at all this gold. It looks so nice, but it only gives you 3 gold per each one of these you pick up. It's like Diablo gold. Alright, and Weathered Harbinger Crest, you're going to get 3 of them each time you finish a tier 3 delve. We'll see how much better it gets once we move on up to higher difficulties. You said the sphere is so sick. Oh, the sphere. Yeah, that's the one that Brann summons. It's like the Titan Matrix looking thing. Yeah, it's super cool. Oh, I always forget to do this, but at the start of the dungeon, you're going to have a little campfire. And every once in a while, Brand's going to plop it down. You can just like eat next to it. And you're going to get a well-fed buff. It gives you additional main stats. It's going to give agility for me. But yeah, no, that's a super cool spell. And what I really like too is that it does a if it's not smoked, it's not Gouda. That's funny, Brann. But yeah, so it like chains that like healing effect to the party. And it's like legit. It follows you around for a little bit once he plops it down. That's one of his like oh shit healing cooldowns. So you can get yourself in trouble a couple times. But once you run through those cooldowns, like you're going to end up dying. It's not like Brann can keep you up indefinitely, but you kind of have to manage yourself too, where the main way he heals you, like the most healing throughput he's going to do for you outside of those major cooldowns is going to be when he does he's going to throw Dwarven Medicine on the ground and you're just going to run through it to be able to pick it up and you're going to like drink a potion or whatever. So got to keep an eye out for those. He can only heal you as much as you drink. Let's see, and he said, did you summon it? Oh, so actually, Titulicious, you were just mentioning that. You were saying make sure you collect your reward. I wanted to show you something. So, okay, you can see it really from far away here. There's the blue chest, the Bountiful Heavy Trunk. And then there's also the Bountiful Coffer Trunk. That's the one we're not wanting to open right now. So this one, make sure you skip. And then this one, I think I left a little piece of junk in there. So I'll go ahead and pick it up. It'll disappear. But yeah, the locked one, that'll consume one of those keys I've been ranting about. You want to save those keys for later when we actually have a big, or the higher tiers unlocked to us. Yeah. Select your reward on the UI. Oh, over here, this doesn't do anything. It just looks all glittery and cute for whatever reason. Unless there's some other reward I'm just not seeing on here. I'll double check. Is that what you're talking about? Oh, under the Delve objectives? Oh, yeah, this over here. You're talking about this little glittery thing? Just making sure that's what you're referring to. But that little glittery thing, there's nothing you can do with that. And then Delve objectives. Oh yeah, it says optional. I understand what you're saying. No. I understand. Now I get it. Okay. But no, like it's saying that because it's saying like, hey, why have you opened up your Bountiful Coffer chest? Which honestly, in most all other cases would totally make sense. But it's just the fact that we get a limited number of coffer keys and I'm saving those for later once we go into the seasonal content to be able to open that. But you're right. Like it is kind of weird that they keep that up there, where you can't, like, it doesn't accept it once you collect the blue chests. I guess it's making sure that in case you wanted the purple chest, that it won't check the box until you click on that too. But yeah. No, you're good. It is confusing. Like the way the UI wrote it there made it not very obvious at all. No, okay, so cool. I'm just going to check really quick. I wanted to see the progress on Glory of the Delver, and again, that's what we're kind of looking. Glary of the Delver. Glory of the Delver, we want to look at each of the treasures. That's the main one I'm looking at today. What is it? No treasure unfound. Yeah, so Krigval done, Earthcrawl done, Dreadpit done, the Waterworks discoveries done, Fungal Folly done. Skittering Breach. Oh, I don't think I went to Skittering Breach last time, did I? Or did I? Okay, I'll have to go back to Skittering Breach. I think I did that earlier, but I guess there was one I missed. Let me see. What did I just come out of? What was this one called? What was this delve? Hold on. I just want to double check, make sure I'm not leaving things behind. Spiral Weave? Let me double check, make sure I got the Spiral Weave one. Oops. Spiral Weave Discoveries. Oh, there's one I missed in there. Oh, no. But I thought, I looked at Handy Notes. I didn't see any chest. Unless Handy Notes hasn't found them just yet. Okay, hold on. If that's the case, we're actually going to have to find some shit for ourselves. Wow. Oops. My UI's fighting with each other. Okay. Let me see. Yeah, it's definitely not in there. Okay, well that'll be fun. Actually got to find it for ourselves there, see where it is. Yeah, in most other cases... Oh, this is that egg I was talking about, Brann's Epic Egg. It looks like it is called Brann's Epic Egg each time. Actually, I'm changing my mind. I'm going to go to a different delve. I'll come back to this one later. There's another one I want to do first. But again, if anyone is wanting to get a head start on their Glory of the Delver stuff, again, you can do... right now, you can do your Lore Master, and you can do your Collect the Treasures, right? So the Sturdy Chests... You can do, and you can also go through all the storylines. And I'll show you on the next delve where the storyline is. I hate how you can't fly unless you fight these guys. Give my pet back. But yeah, you cannot fly unless you kill these guys, apparently. But yeah, you want to... Oh, yeah, I'll show you where you can find the actual storyline and like which one's available. Because Lore Master is going to make you go through 3 to 4 different stories for each one of the delves. And they're not all available every single day. There's going to be a rotation going on. And so you want to make sure you're doing... This is the one that's locked, by the way. Everyone, we can't go into that one. I double checked. You can't progress to that one because that's like the 11th level delve. Or like that's the peak, most difficult... This guy's still up? He was up when I went in. I'm surprised. Let me see. Vicious Crunch. What does he drop? Anything nice? Oh, by the way, that this add-on over here, like you can see the Abyssal Devourer. I can move him around here. This is Rare Scanner. I've mentioned it 1,000 times, but it's a really nice add-on to get if you're looking for rares and treasures. It'll just ping you whenever you're close to something good. Okay, and whoa. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so when you're killing rares inside of Ashgahet, it looks like each individual commendation is going to drop. So you get 3 commendations on one, 50 per 50 for each of the reputations. So that's super, super nice. And I wish that was Warbound. The Warbound, like I've noticed, I don't know if anyone else has noticed this too, but like a lot of the items are not Warbound. They're just either Soulbound or Bind on account, or Bind on Equip. I've only found like a couple Warbound items so far. Where was I going? Oh yeah, there's a delve down here. Tak-Rethan Abyss. Yeah, and once we get over there, I'll show you... Oh, it's a companion you can get over there. See? Rare Scanner, man. It's the shit. Let's see. Once we get over there, I'll show you how to tell what you have access to or what storyline is up for that day. Okay, so we're going to head on over there now. We're going to drop way down here because I think this is the one that's like down, down, down here, right? Yeah, because it's like going underwater and stuff. I'm trying to memorize the paths to get to each one of these. Okay, so you can see like Pheromone Fury, you see in the top right hand corner here, that's the story that's available today. And these reset when dailies reset, right? So you can have a new story that's going to come up at that point. You can tell what stories you've done. Story of the Delver. By looking at your Lore Master. and you'll see what stories you've done for each individual one. So this one is Tak-Rethan. Where is it? I don't even see it. Skittering Breach. Oh, there we go. Tak-Rethan. Oh, nice. This is the one I don't have. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so by doing this one, now this is going to give me my Lore Master achievement for Tak-Rethan Abyss stories. Let's go, man. Hell yeah. Yeah. Let's do it. I was just double checking, make sure the other tiers weren't magically unlocked. It was just hopium. Rare Scanner add-on. Yeah, you were asking about that. Yeah, Titchalicious, the Rare Scanner add-on is a really good one to get, and also Handy Notes. You're going to want to download both Handy Notes, and also you want to grab the data pack for Handy Notes. Handy Notes is where you open up the map, and that's what like all the garbage is on my screen, where it shows all the treasure unlocks and stuff. That's really, really nice too. So you can see it from where it is, from far away with Handy Notes. And then once you get close to it, Rare Scanner is going to ping and let you know that it's up currently. Actually, if I remember, I can show you guys a couple of the cool treasures that I've found so far. I found a adventurer trinket. Oh, yeah, I just realized this is the trinket that I found. It's the weirdest thing. Let me go to a spot where I'm not going to be losing breath while I'm talking about this. But like this crazy looking trinket, I haven't even noticed what it's done so far, but it's Shadowed Essence, and it doesn't do anything besides it says equip. Entering combat summons a dark orb of power to assist you. So I guess if we look at damage. Oh, wow. Yeah, it looks like in that short little fight there, it did about 86,000 damage. So 16% of the damage that was done in that fight. Okay, let's, I'm going to remember, I'm going to try to remember to look at how much damage it does at the, on the boss, because that's at least an extended fight. But I haven't been paying attention at all to how much damage that thing's been doing. But what's cool about it, or what's weird about it, I guess, is that it has no stats. There's no stats into it. So there's got to be a reason why you would want to take it. Yeah, yep. It's always nice to get a new achievement for sure. All right, let me see. See, okay, let's go. Looks like that is a necrotic cauldron. So that's going to be another little puzzle here that I'm going to go ahead and do. What's really devious about these though is that it's underwater, so you're kind of timed by how fast you do the dungeon, or by you have to get through the puzzle quick because your breath is going down at the same time. Okay, so let's go ahead and click that. Oh, this is easy. Well, that didn't take long at all. Done. Reno's pack, done. I wonder if they're scaling the difficulty of the puzzles with the tiers as well. That would be really interesting. And just a reminder to anyone that's trying to get their ghastly charger, like their ghost horse for the Twitch event. If you are enjoying the content there and you want to tune in over on Twitch, I have it linked in the description. You will get credit towards your time watched and getting your ghost horse. It's like 4 hours combined total over the events period. And I think it's going for a while, so no rush on it. But if you did want to earn credit for that, if you watch over on Twitch, you do get credit towards that. And also you'd be helping me work towards getting monetized on Twitch, so I'd appreciate that too, but no worries. If you'd rather watch on YouTube, you do that. It's more important that you are on the platform you prefer and what's comfortable for you. Absolutely. So no pressure whatsoever. And I'm almost out of breath, so I got to go grab that damn bubble before we have an issue. Ugh. There we go, got it. What's really nice about when, so there's another storyline for this one, where you got the bubbles that you get from the Niffin. Like the Niffin are down here, you're rescuing them and shit, and they give you a combat ability, like a special action button that lets you actually like get your health, your breath refilled just by using that action button. It comes up really regularly, so it pretty much negates the whole breath mechanic, which is nice for me because that's the only time I've ever died in Delve so far. Has just been to these random just running out of breath. And is this interactable? That's not. That's a good question, Brann. What have we here? Looks like it's gonna be... Okay, how am I supposed to get that without triggering? Okay, there we go. Okay, nice. Molten Engine. So, yeah, that one surrounds you with a fiery barrier absorbing damage equal to 25% of your maximum health upon removal. The engine will repeatedly damage nearby enemies. So, that's kind of nice. Actually, a little bit of AoE damage. Gives you a little fire shield. Let's see, what are we doing here? Okay, we're just destroying pheromone crates, is all. Why are we doing that? That's a great question. Because it tells us to. Alright, and scooting. Whoop. Okay, we'll loot the eels. Oh god. That's a cool looking shark. These guys are really cool too. I don't want to shoot him, but got a sawtooth shark over there. Saw-nosed shark. They're tanky as fuck though, so you really don't want to pull those. Alright, let's loot that. Off we go. I gotta be looking too. I think this is one of the ones that I need chests on. No, I might have got all the chests on this one. Yeah, and anyone that's like wondering if they should be doing this right now, this is complete extra credit. Like, there's no pressure to really, like, you don't have to rush your Glory of the Delver because you're gonna have the entire season to complete it. It's not like you just don't do it now, you won't be able to reach it in time. At most. Ooh, and I pulled that shark. That shark is kind of... Okay, hold on. See if I can get through that. He has like this focus ability. Or fixation ability, where you just gotta back away from him, but he does so much damage. Anyway, what I was saying about the Delver stuff is that you don't have to do this right now. I'm mainly doing it because I'm just excited about Delves, and I do want to get a head start on the Glory of the Delver. But the longest you can expect to take to get this part of it done is 4 days, and that's if you just sat on your hands and didn't do any Delves before it came out, because you're waiting for just 4 different rotations to come up for each of the Delves that you haven't done yet, right? And when I say rotations, I'm referring to the different stories that are going to be in the Delves, which those rotate daily. Titulicious, you said, what's the GPU? 40. So I have this on a laptop right now, and it's a 4070 laptop. So it's kind of like the small version of that GPU, right? Yeah, so and it seems it's just doing just fine with WoW right now. Let's see, and then you said I have a 6700, but I want to get a 4070. Oh yeah, 4070 be good. I don't have like the 4070 like the full one for a desktop, right? I just have the one that's like in a laptop. But no, it handles like video editing pretty well, and I mean it's like able to put out a pretty decent bit rate. Let's see, Fittin' Focused Family, thanks for coming back, by the way. They letting Brann level above 15 now? No, no. I don't think so, because yeah, I've been checking after each one of these delves here, and Brann is still stuck at 15. He's just chilling. Unfortunately, we can't really level him above it. I'm gonna double check, make sure they didn't just like flip a switch on or something. No. Yeah, we're stuck at the exact same level Brann's been the entire time. So yeah, again, another reason why people, like, if you're not doing a bunch of delves right now, no worries. There's like, you're not missing out on anything. Just a little bit, just like an eensy bit of like a head start on your lore master. But I mean, again, we're going to be doing delves over time. So you're going to have plenty of time to get all those resets in. You just might get your Goliath mount, whatever it is, just a tad bit early if you start now, maybe like 4 days early. I would, however, recommend in this time, go ahead and progress your tier up to 3. If you do tier 3 on one delve, just one delve, then you'll unlock tier 3 for all of your other delves. So that's kind of nice. And maybe level up Brann just a little bit. At least do your daily cooldown of, you know, the epic experience for Brann. That would definitely be a good use of it. Good use of this time. Yeah, Tituliches, I've been pretty happy with the GPU. I think it is it's a pretty good one. This guy is stuck in a wall. What do I do with that? I can't do anything with that. I think he'll eventually bug out and then leave the wall, but there we go. Speak of the devil. Alright, then grab this trickster. Okay, crack this open. Oh, and I'm running low on breath. I knew it was going to happen. Okay, take 30% less damage for this. Alright, there we go. Yeah, that is the #1 killer of me, at least in these delves. I keep saying it, but this, I need to move down here. And you can do that on the edit UI. Okay, it looks like we got Undersea Abomination. Okay, now after this fight, I'm going to try to remember. Actually, I can kind of watch it down here. Because again, this guy targets mostly my pets. Where is the orb? How's the orb doing? Okay, so the orb... Oh. Shadow Essence seems to be... Oh, shoot, I'm just like watching this. It looks like 7% of my damage so far. Coming up on 9% of my damage from Shadowed Essence. What is the actual attack it's doing, I'm wondering. Okay, let's push my other cooldowns out to see, in general, how it does. Now, Shadowed Essence, just for anyone that's just tuning in, that's that random trinket I found from that one treasure. Oh, it's done over 1 million damage. That's not bad. Okay, so Shadowed Essence did over 1 million damage over that fight, so about 6.3% of the overall damage that I did. This is the trinket I'm talking about. Shadowed Essence, it entering combat summons an orb of darkness, dark power to assist you. It's kind of a weird one because it doesn't have any stats on it or anything. So yeah, that's kind of cool. And it doesn't have any secondary stats even. It doesn't have an on-use effect, it's just an equip effect. Overall though, I mean, it's like it's not bad damage, but I don't feel like it's making up for the fact that you're getting no stats from that. Because look at this, like my Dark Moon card, granted it's just a little bit higher item level, has 2024 agility on it. That's going to make up for 6% of my damage. So cool, it's a cool little thing, but it's not really worth it, I don't think. But if you're looking to bump your item level though, I'll show you where it's at once we get out of the delve. Ooh, what was that? Bloomfang hide. Yeah, you get random profession reagents from doing this stuff too. Alright, gotta remember to drink coffee. Oh my god. Coffee's important. And so is water. Okay. Let's go. Oh, I was going to show you really quick. That treasure piece I was talking about. Let's scoot on out of the delve. I'll show you where it is. I'm going back in the delve. Hold on. What am I doing? For the record, if you ever fall down in there, there's a little rope you can click on to get back up. Okay. Off we go. The treasure, it's called like a dark ritual. I found it. Oh, it was in Hollowfall. Hold on. Hollowfall. And it was right in here, I'm pretty sure. Or is it here? I think it was here. Yeah, just right inside of there. There's a little like ritual, like a little book that's sitting on the ground. You interact with it. It's going to open up a dark portal right in front of you. You have to fight a bunch of little shadow creatures. And then in the end, there's a big elite shadow creature. You kill him. And then you get that little shadow orb, which is pretty mysterious and cool. But it doesn't do a shit ton of damage. But it is a nice item level. It's 571. So you just go click on a thing and do a short little thing and you get a 571 trinket. Not too bad. Okay, so got that achievement from that story. Now, Spiral Weave, I think, was another one I had to do for... Let me double check. I'm looking at treasures and I'm looking at Lore Master. I should just track this. Let's see. So what I want to know is treasures found. So I'll go ahead and click track. Okay, and now I can see Spiral Weave. That's the next discovery I need. And I'll just go down the list like that. It's going to make it easier. Okay, so let's jump up, go into here. No, okay, I keep going into the same little Nerubian meeting that's happening just above this old delve here. There we go. And this keeps happening because of the cursed pickaxe. That's a treasure you can find in the Ringing Deeps. There it says, while this item is in your bags, equipped or being used as transmog, you will occasionally be consumed by the curse. So you'll turn into a little, you know, Scaradin. Ooh, I should have sold stuff. Yeah, I should have sold stuff. I will sell stuff because that's going to drive me crazy. Look at all that junk. That is something that happens when you delve. You're going to end up with a bunch of junk in your inventory if you just shift click everything, which is, I always do that. Force a habit. And then... But there's this wonderful sell junk item. So nice. I love that. Couple other things too. Profession players, something for you to keep in mind. Make sure you're doing your weeklies for professions. Okay, so that's going to be, if it doesn't show up on your map for whatever reason. At least it didn't for me. So unless they fixed it. But you're going to have a repeatable quest you can do each week for your profession, where you're going to be able to get more knowledge points, which is, I mean, of course, the long-term grind of professions. It's really important. You can find those over by your profession trainer, wherever your profession trainer is in Dornegal. You're going to have one mission to do, and that's going to give you a knowledge book for you to read. And then you're going to be able to get some points from that and then apply it to your profession. You want to do those each week. And also there's another thing you want to do each week too. which we can go through it together because I still got to do it as well. There is a like thing you can get made for you by a scribe, not scribe. You know what I'm talking about? That profession. I can't remember the name of it right now. Inscription. There we go. You can get inscription. Like they can go ahead and make you a little like, well, it's a profession book. You know what I mean? Like they can make one of those for you each week, and you can use it and get knowledge points. So yeah, you got to get that made through the crafting order station. So if you've never done the crafting order station stuff before, if you skipped out on Dragonflight, or if you just never messed with it, crafting order station is the only way you can get that made for you by a scribe, because it is bound when picked up. So those are two things you can do each week to level up your professions, or get knowledge points in your professions. Only way to get skill points is just going to be making the things or picking the things. Simply. What other fun stuff can we get into right now before the season comes out? Oh yeah, go get your Metterbee, man. If people haven't seen this just yet, this is the coolest little mount. And it doesn't take too long. It's like a 3-hour grind or so. Go get your Metterbee. You just want to head on over to in front of the meadery. I'll show you really quick on my map. It's just a quick one, just for anybody that's looking for something to get into. Right over here, next to the meadery, there's a bunch of elite bees. You're killing those guys. You're going to drop cinder pollen. You pick that up, and then you turn it into a guy that's right here on your map, in front of the meadery. You got to get 900 of those suckers. So I mean, it takes a little bit. About 3 hours in a group of 5. But I mean, he's a cool little bee. Fun little mount. There's another one up there too that people are trying to find a good hot spot to farm shards with, but they just nerfed the farms that people were using. So I think everybody's just kind of scrambling to figure out a new one. It's the Lunira, I think it is. It's the mount that's like flying around the peak of the mountain, and it's like in a it has a special shield that you can only break if you get the crackling crystals. And you combine 10 of them together, and then you break her shield. That's the only way that you can get her. And the drop rate on those little crystals is just like stupid low now. And they drop from anything up there in Isle of Dorn. But the rares have a higher drop chance. Not by a ton, actually, but again, Shadow Barrier, always interrupt that one. Whoops, didn't mean to disengage. Yeah, I'm curious about how long Brann's going to be locked at his level 15. I'm hoping that they increase his cap soon. Because that would give something else for, you know, people looking to get a head start on Delves to do. I'm just leveling up Brann a little bit. Because that's going to take a while. He goes all the way up to level 60. That's a big pull here. That's a whole room right there. Okay, and definitely want to line of sight those guys. Oop, but he's got the healing thing down. Ooh, is it going to keep up though? We'll have to find out. Actually here, I'm going to implosion trap there. I'm going to back up just a little bit because I have a long time on Feign Death. Okay, and I just wanted to get some space. Yeah, those guys are gonna kill me. Whoops. Let's head over here. I think I can disconnect him here. And then I don't know if... Yeah, my pet's gonna die there too. It's fine, I'll reset the fight. Oh, the Brann's got his cooldowns up. There we go, that's what I'm talking about. No, didn't work.
Like this.
Looked like Brann got his cooldowns up, but he didn't. Ooh, can you pull them again? That's interesting. So it's like after you respawn, they start evading back, but then like if you respawn in front of them, it's like you can pull them just again back to back. My pet's dead. I'll have to summon him. All right, we'll grab that. That was a big room. Let's see, and I need 5 more puppets to progress this. And oh, this is the one that Handy Notes hasn't caught up to just yet, so I really got to be keeping an eye out for all treasures in this area. I mean, just for anyone that's also looking to progress this, Handy Notes is going to tell you most of the treasures that you need. But unfortunately, at least for this one, just for this delve, it doesn't seem like they're telling you. I don't know if it's just being updated or what. Or, yeah, I don't know. I have no idea why it wouldn't tell me this one, but I should check back through there too. Maybe what I'll do is I'll backtrack a little bit if I don't see him by the time I get through it. All right, and drinking my dwarf medicine. Ooh, thanks for the follow there on Twitch, man. ESM31854. Appreciate it. Thanks for following over on Twitch. Get all these guys all grouped up. I do wish I had a nice grouping ability. I'm envious of Death Knights, man. I want Gorfine's Grasp. Just like grip everybody in together. And outside of getting that one power-up ability that like the loader has, like, yeah, I don't really have a gripper. A gripper. It's a weird name for a spell. Ah, wait. Is that it? No. Okay. So this is just, so the purple, anytime you see a purple silhouette, purple highlight, purple outline, that's going to be a treasure. That's going to give you some kind of ability, which this one is pretty cool. So if you damage a stunned, root, or incapacitated enemy, you open a bottle of lightning, or a lightning bottle, that deals nature damage to enemies around you for 1 minute. So 1 minute, you get this like AoE damage around you, which is pretty freaking cool. We have easy access to a stun like that. And then there's the lightning, but you do have to kind of like walk near him. It does a lot of damage. Wait, hold on. Yeah, that lightning aura is doing it already did 5 million, almost 7 million damage right there. Yeah, okay, if you ever get lightning bottle, that's like the conduit shrine from Diablo. That shit's crazy. And it lasts for a minute once you trigger it. Now the question is, can you trigger it again back to back? Oh, and we got a puzzle down here. It's time for a Reno puzzle. Yeah, that's another thing that Handy Notes is not going to tell you, is where the puzzles are at. You just have to keep an eye out for those. But, I mean, doing these so many times, you can kind of get a finger on where where they do spawn, because this can be similar spawn locations. All right, let's crack this one open. Okay, let's see. So, do this. Let's do this. And let's do this. There we go. Easy enough.
Fantastic.
And then off we go. I'm going to check the other side. I always do that same side, so I feel like if I missed any treasures, this would be one of them. No, I do see inside the treasure room there is a mislaid curiosity. And again, there's the Brann egg. You probably want to set up a macro to target that because you can't really... I mean, you can AoE it, right? So if I do Beast Cleave, see, like I can kill the egg. But if you're like, if you just don't have like easy access to AoE or whatever, might want to put a macro on it. It's the same name each time. Looks like Brann's Epic Egg, what it's always called. All right, and we're jumping up here. The Puppet Master. Notice that his name, it has question mark at the end. Like, is it the Puppet Master? And then these guys spawn. It's just a gauntlet fight at the end here. I still think that this one's going to be one of the more nasty, fights for the gauntlet, especially because of these charge guys. You get 4 of them at once. On a higher difficulty, that would be pretty rough. Okay, we got 3 more of these guys. Nice thing to know about delves too, though. If you're not someone who likes to rush, yeah, delves are made for you because like there's no timer on these. So you know, as many times you need to you know, pause for whatever reason, like while you're doing them, like they're really very forgiving in that way. There's no timer at all. The only thing that you are locked on is how many times you die. So if you die more than 5 times, you forfeit your loot and you don't tear up the dungeon for the delve. Oop, that's a hard place to have a cone.
Webs will summon the Rubians. Don't stand in them.
Yeah, and I disengaged right onto one of those. Yeah, it's like the Nerubian part of delves. Anytime you're in a Nerubian place, if you step on the webs, you summon a random Nerubian. And they just pick a random one. Alright, Puppet Master down. Okay. Now, I'm pretty sure I didn't see any sturdy chests through all of this. And there's not really any nooks and crannies that that they could be overlooked. So I'm really curious about where the hell are all those sturdy chests that they're claiming are in here. Because there's supposed to be 4 of them. I found one of 4 on a previous run. So yeah, I don't know. I'm going to wait on those unless it's in this pile of garbage out here. Let me look through all this garbage. Mislaid Curiosity. Again, once you get Brann to 15, those Mislaid Curiosities are not going to do anything for you. Well, they're going to give you 2 gold. And maybe 2 resonance crystals. Which I still haven't found a good use for resonance crystals outside of using them to buy the renown items, right? So you can buy renown items over from all of the major factions, quartermasters. You can spend a little renown on those. But you have to get the reputation of it first, right? So you have to earn, I think, tier 7 and 8 for the factions. And they just have different numbers for... I'm trying to remember who the 8 one was. There's only one of them you got to get 8. The other 2 are 7. And you unlock the veteran gear, which is a 580 piece. Those do cost resonance crystals. Let's see, what was the next one? I want to do Underkeep. Where's the Underkeep? He's all the way over there. Underkeep. It's going to have treasure. Okay. So jumping over the Underkeep. But resonance crystals are... Yeah, you're going to use those to buy from the renown vendors, but you have to unlock the renown, which is like 7 or 8. And yeah, I mean, you're going to get a 580 piece from that, which is like fine and all, right? Because it is veteran. It's an epic piece and all. But once the season actually releases, those caches that you've been getting, you know how when you open up the first 2 caches of the week, you're getting adventurer gear? Well, that's going to be upgraded to veteran. I'm like 90% sure on that one. Once the season actually starts. So you're just going to be receiving those in the season. So that's why I'm like, I'm not feeling too pressured to, like, you know, jam renown. You can get to a champion piece of gear, right? If you really do renown. But that's a whole hell of a lot of stuff I just don't feel like doing. Because, like, you're going to replace it, like, relatively fast. But... oh, did I do this? I don't think I've done this storyline yet. So that's cool. I don't think so. Nice thing about hunters also in War Within is that we got another little interrupt with our implosion trap. You can knock people up in the air, interrupt their casts. So we get, I mean, God, we're equipped with a lot, right? We get counter shot, we get intimidate, which will stun them, and then also we get implosion trap, which will knock them up and interrupt their cast as well. So just a whole lot of things to do. Oh yeah, I mean also too, if it's on certain mobs, you can ice trap them to interrupt their cast as well. So a lot of options to be able to interrupt casts. And then also you throw in there that Brann is going to have a whip that he can do, a whip move. So he's going to also interrupt a cast as well. And his Devil Sar, if you blow open the egg at the right time, when he comes out of the egg, like the Devil Sar that pops out of the egg, he's going to also do a fear. So there's plenty of options to just interrupt all the abilities in the world. All right, let's move into the Underkeep. And also, I want to keep an eye out on my map. Yeah, I don't have the treasures in this one. All right, I have a little bit of a theory going, though, that maybe some treasures are locked to certain stories. Let's see if that is true. So that might be another reason why you want to start doing this on rotation, you know, because, like, again, the stories are changing on a daily basis, and you're going to have 4 rotations, the right rotations, for you to be able to get all the stories, and it seems like you might also need that. And then I'm just guessing for getting the sturdy treasures, because, like, I'm looking across all the walls as I'm walking through here, and I swear there's a lot of these that just don't have the treasures that they're saying they're having based on the achievement. So I'm going to put that to the test today and see. The Nerubian dungeons, though, like the Delves, the Nerubian Delves, looks so damn cool. I mean, Blizzard art team always does a great job, but man, like this architecture and stuff, like they really knocked it out of the park. Ooh, trying to intimidate that. There we go. Oh, is he immune to it? That's interesting. Some spells, like once they get started, like they won't stop. Normally you can interrupt those, you know, armored casts. Yeah, like where there's, you know, interrupt immune. Like you can stun them out of it usually, or knock them up in this case. But sometimes they just go through anyway. Alright, let's bomb these. Ooh, that's cool. Yeah, I don't know what did that to me, but something like froze my pet and Brann. Grab this mislaid curiosity over here. Yoink. Alright, and then kill this ice block. Ooh, did you see how those doors opened up? That's smooth, man. Wish they added a sound effect to it, too. But yeah, this one's kind of nice because it's only going to unlock the next room once you've cleared or gotten all the quest objectives. There's one sturdy chest there, but I've already opened that one. Must be only missing like 1 or 2 here. But yeah, it like doesn't let you progress unless you've done the previous rooms like activities. So that's nice about not have to backtrack quite as much. there's another puzzle. Oops. Well, here's a reminder that I like to have is, remember, if you're out there doing profession stuff, if you're out there, you know, farming, like gathering or whatever, or crafting, make sure you're putting yourself on the auction house. I'm usually bad about that. Right now more than ever, because it's like release, there's a lot of people playing, there's a ton of ways to make extra gold. I've always been bad about gold. Here, I'm gonna do this. So that one's free. Went through this puzzle. Gotten way better at doing these now that like the Delves have a ton of them. Yeah, there you go. Wow, solved it in 2 moves.
That's more like it.
I usually suck at those. I don't know what the hell's going on. Okay, Kraken 1. And Kraken 2. Alrighty. And then we got 3 of them on this guy. Man, they are really controlling this dude over here, apparently. That's the dude you gotta worry about. I love when the, so when the snail spawns, like, straight up chucks him out like a Pokeball. It looks like your hunter just like chucks the snail shell, and then he like pops out and starts attacking. It's the best. Gonna miss like curiosity here. Got it. All right, let's crack all 3 of these open. Oops, we'll do this one. Open this on up. Resonance crystal, 2 of them. Yeah, I was gonna say, if anyone else knows any better uses for resonance crystals, let me know. But right now, I feel like the only ways to use resonance crystals is mainly just for renown rewards. Like after you unlock the renown, you just head on over and you grab, you can buy the stuff like the veteran piece and the champion piece and all that. You can buy it with resonance crystals. As long as it's not a profession-related item, because profession-related items, you're going to use Artisan's Curiosity, not Artisan's Metal, Artisan's Acuity, you're going to use for a lot of those renowned profession stuff, but the other stuff's going to be resonance crystals. And then also, I think you're going to be able to get some cosmetic stuff from the Delv vendor once that goes live. And again, that's not live just yet. It's going to be live with this season. You'll be able to buy like all those cosmetics, like the mushroom hat and the Reno. I mean, really, the best thing is Brann Reno's hat, like where it's like Indiana Jones. You can buy one of those, which I am so down for. I think that's gonna be badass. But yeah, outside of that, hey Ian, how are you doing today, man? Welcome in. Just talking about resonance crystals and all the uses for them. I'm just trying to make sure I'm not missing anything. Yeah, good to hear you're doing good, man. Welcome back. But yeah, I think resonance crystals, it's just mainly the renowned stuff, and then also like you're gonna get the cosmetics from like the vendors as they open up. But ton of them, man, always. Ton of tips. What are you looking for in particular? And then he said, you reached 80, Ian. Oh, okay. So you're talking about, well, first of all, congrats on your 80. I'm curious what spec you're playing and what class you're playing. But main thing I would say is you've reached 80 at such a good time. You want to go ahead and do all of your weekly activities. There's you want to open up 4 caches. That's the thing I would prioritize first, is open up 4 caches, because you're going to get your 4 coffer keys for the week. And I'll show you on my map here in just a second, just loosely, where all you want to go. Hold on, let me kill this guy. He is being stubborn. Accept death. Enjoy it. There we go. So, on a fresh 80, this is anyone that's like maybe leveling right now, or you just hit 80, you're wondering, what the hell should I do? This game is crazy. There's so many things I can do right now. Well, first thing you want to do is head over to Dornegal. You're going to talk to Farron, accept the weekly quest from Farron. We're going to choose your own adventure. You're going to pick one thing you want to do. There's 4 different options. One of them is 6 world quests. The other that I do suggest you take is Awakening the Machine. Go and accept that quest. There's 2 others. I can't remember what they are. Oh yeah, one's a dungeon and then the other I can't remember. But accept Awakening the Machine, and then that's going to be your first pinnacle. It's literally called the Pinnacle cache. Next one, you want to then go over to Ringing Deeps, and you want to do Awakening the Machine. Don't worry, you have to do 4 waves, so 4 sub waves of 5 per wave, so you got to get to wave 20 on there, and you're gonna be able to get a cache for doing Awakening the Machine, and you're gonna be able to open up 4 of those treasures that are right next to the guy that you talked to go into Awakening Machine. That's gonna get you 2 different caches at that point. Both of those are gonna have adventure gear for you. Great, so you're in a good spot already. Next thing you want to do is you want to go unlock the other caches. There is a special assignment, if it hasn't expired yet, right here in Hollowfall. Head over there. You're going to do 3 world quests inside of Hollowfall. Keep an eye out for the ones that are going to be giving you these coffer key shards. You want to be doing those because you can turn 100 of those into a coffer key. So keep an eye out for those, do those when they come up, and then completing 3 in here is going to unlock that ultimate pinnacle secret assignment, or special assignment it's called, way up here at the top. You're going to do that, and then it's going to give you another cache you're going to crack open. Now you are at 3 coffer keys, because that's going to unlock your coffer key 3 of 4. Next, you want to go on down to Ashkahet for your final coffer key. You're going to go to the Weaver's Lair. There's going to be an important purple quest right here. Accept it. It's going to say patrons and something. It's like just introducing you to the minor factions. You literally just click on it, go talk to 3 dudes. You're introduced to 3 different factions. Don't stress too much about each individual one. It's just cosmetic stuff. If you're interested in the cosmetics, just click on their rewards while you're talking to each one of the guys to make sure you're picking the one you want. And then next, it's going to take you to the renowned vendor for the big faction, the 7 Weaver things, the 7 threads, I think they're called, inside of, Ashkahet. Talk to her. You're going to get that quest where you have to do a bunch of world quests in the area, and then you're going to get your final cache from that. Also, there is a special assignment in Ashkahet right now where you can complete 3 world quests to be able to get that. So you're going to double dip and get another cache, making for 5 caches. And you'll be at a good spot right there. That's all your big weekly activities. Outside of doing that, you got a decision to make, Ian. Do you want to do Renown or not? If you're a Renown guy, go ahead and start doing all your side quests. Do all your, do your dungeon daily that gives you Renown. And outside of that, you're going to start working towards the, see, I'm reading what you said here. You said reach 80, any tips? I still don't have the gear score for heroics. Yeah, so Ian, after you do all those things I just mentioned, you're going to be looking pretty good because you want to target the world quests that are going to be giving you upgrades. There's going to be some of them out there. There is one that gives a 571 right now. So that's a heroic level piece of gear you can just get. Also, there's a treasure you can get that's going to give you a 471 piece of, like a 471 trinket. That's like right here in Hollowfall. You just go in there, you click on a book, and then you're going to start a ritual, and you got to kill a guy, and then you're going to get this, a 571 trinket. So that's going to boost your gear score. Also, buy one of these, Dark Moon deck, 577. It's only like 4,000 gold in the auction house last time I checked, and it's the gold is dropping. The price of it's dropping day to day. And I'm just thinking that's going to put you in a really good spot at that point. You're going to have a decent amount of gear, Ian, and you should be able to do heroics. And then later, if you're doing heroics, man, I'm happy to do them with you. I've been wanting to scratch out some heroics for a while, so. Looks like we're about to have a server shut down here in 12 minutes, but you got a task in front of you, sir. If you need help with any of that, let me know. I'll group up with you.
You won't hit us with that one.
It's amazing, dude. Thank you so much. No problem. You had to grab a pen and paper, so don't forget. No problem. Well, hey, it's recorded. You can watch it back. You're good. I know, like, the thing about WoW is max level is just like so many things you could possibly be doing to gear yourself up. And that's not even like including like PvP stuff that you could be doing right now. Like there's like I haven't even thought about PvP since I got max. But yeah, we have you know, solo RBGs, or not RBGs, solo shuffle for Battlegrounds now, which honestly sounds like the most fun thing. Like I think that would be boss. Like I'd love to do that. But yeah. So Ian, as soon as I'm ready for heroics, I'll DM you. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And yeah, you can add me too. Anybody that's tuning in, like, sure, you can add me. It's I'm Gladius GG on Black Dragonflight. So Gladius GG hyphen Black Dragonflight. You can send me a friend request if you want, and we can do stuff.
Oh, Brann's got your back.
Oh, Brann's got your back. Yeah, all those tasks, it sounds like a huge list, Ian, but it's not going to take you, like, a ton of time to do all that stuff. Like, you can crack it out pretty quick. Oh, I didn't even mention... Okay, there's another thing. I'm just going to hurl another thing at you. You have so many options for caches. There is one in the Isle of Dorn that's pretty easy. Actually, if you're logging in now... Actually, never mind. You can't do it because the server's about to restart. But at the top of each hour... you can do the theater troop event. This one's really fast, and it also gives you a cache as well. And it's a really short event. Probably takes about 15 minutes to do. But, yeah. I'm taking a peek for you, because you got 10 minutes right now if you wanted to jump in and do... Yeah, this one right here. This is a 564 world quest. And... There's another one over here if it hasn't reset yet. There's for shoulders that are 571. Those are the two I remember as being really good world quests for just a quick gear boost. Oh, you're at work right now? No problem. You're good, Ian. No worries. I mean, hey, we're going to get all new world quests by the time you get home, so you'll have plenty of stuff to check out. Probably new coffer keys and, you know, new heroic gear to grab, so yeah, no pressure. You're good. Oh, gotcha, Ian. Yeah, you said mainly you're a weekender when it comes to getting into some WoW. Absolutely, man. It's a great time to start popping off. I think there's a lot of people that play that way for sure. But yeah, if I'm on when you're on the weekend or whatever, like, yeah, you can just hit me up. I'm happy to go dungeon farm or whatever. Well, seeing that we got... Yeah, I gotta... start pushing this delve, or I'm not gonna finish my delve by the time the server shuts down here. That'll be bad. Also too, that's gonna be a reset on the storylines, at least it should be, so we'll see if new ones come up, and then I'll put that theory to the test about... I think what it is that the reason why some of the places don't seem to have those caches is that they're not in certain storylines, right? So you have to cycle the storylines to be able to see all the caches, I think. Once I know that for sure, I'll let y'all know. But I'm starting to think that's the case. Why are servers going down now? Says Kujax. Yeah, Kujax. This, I think they've done maintenance every day this week. Just, I mean, it's to be expected. There's a lot of wonky stuff that happens on game launches, or on, you know, WoW expansion launches, but yeah. I don't know what exactly they are. This is weird. So there's like a little arena here. Do I have to be in the arena? Hold on. I'm jumping in the arena so I don't like reset the fight. Yeah, I definitely have not done this storyline, so this is fortunate that it was up today. But yeah, I don't know exactly what they're fixing, or if they're fixing anything over in Blizzard Land. Why the server's going down, not really sure. This is a really cool boss fight, by the way. I feel like I get to kind of skip out on a lot of the challenge, though, because, I mean, I'm just shooting her through the walls, and I think what you're supposed to do is kind of like walk through a maze to get to her and stuff. But my cleft hoof doesn't give a fuck about your little fire shit. Oh, that was fun. That was cool, though. A little spell effect on the ground there that looks like it's just stuck
I'll give you a
permanently.
hand with this one.
How much damage does it do? No damage. But I think it's just because the boss is dead. It's just a glitched spell effect. Okay, it says collect your reward, so I'm going to go find my reward. Where is my reward? Do I have to go all the way back? This is weird. Normally they, like, just take you right to it. But I guess they're just like, no, you gotta find it this time. It was behind me? Oh, okay, thanks, Ian. Did I miss it? Behind you, you say. Oh, yeah. Okay, there it is. The door over here. Thanks, good call. Yeah, thanks, Ian. Yeah, normally it's like really obvious, like where the end place is, but I feel like that one was not as obvious. So we got 4 minutes, 45 seconds. Let's see what we can get up to in 4 minutes and 45 seconds. Oh, here, I'll show you guys the mounts you can earn up in Dornegal. That'd be fun. Actually, I'll just go and hearth there. That'd be a fun little thing to take a look at. First of all, I'll show you, I already earned the bee. I just earned him yesterday. It was 3 hours of killing bees and collecting cinder pollen. I'll show you the guy you got to turn it into, and I'll show you also the Alunira. That's kind of like the big mount right now. Everybody's like looking to figure out the good farms to be able to unlock her. And if I hear about it, I'll let you all know too. I just did the H-City threads. Wasn't a fan. How about you? So is that where you got to do like the rumors and things? H-City threads. Maybe I haven't done that just yet. But Kujax, I did unlock like the cash you can do for the week on them. It looks like there's something else I'm supposed to do over here that I haven't gotten to yet. If you ever see purple quests, everybody, those are labeled as important quests. So that's the, Blizzard really wants you to do them. So yeah, I haven't done that one just yet. That might be something brand new that just came out today because it wasn't there yesterday. Okay, so first let's talk about Alunira. This is a really cool, like amazing looking mount. Oh, spoiler, there's the bee. That's the bee I'll show you how to get in just a second. And then also Alunira. This one up here. God, man, look how badass that thing is. So you head up to the top, right here, and then there's Alunira just kind of chilling, just like flying around in circles. There is this effect on her. It's this protective storm shroud. So you can't do anything to her. What you need is 10 crackling crystals, and those are going to drop from literally anything in the Isle of Dorn. Anything in the Isle of Dorn. Now, the best drop rate, at least according to Wowhead right now, is going to be all of the rares, okay? So you got like a bunch of rares through here. Again, you can go ahead and pick up Rare Scanner to be able to find those. Yeah, that's a good option for finding those. Now, I was farming bees over here for this other mount I'm going to show you in just a second for 3 hours yesterday. And this was 5 of us, and we had people rotating in and out. 5 of us farming for 3 hours yesterday to get this bee mount, and I only saw one crystal drop. One of the crystals you need for Alunira up there drop, but you're fighting elites over here, so you'd imagine that there'd be a better drop rate than just normal mobs. Oh, I'm flying the wrong direction. Sorry, I'm going up here. But to get, so you can kind of like do 2 birds with 1 stone. I mean, first of all, Alunira, I think, is going to be just a long-term objective. You're not going to be getting that thing really fast. It's going to take you like forever to actually grind that thing out. But this one is doable in 1 session if you got 3 hours to spare, but it is mind-numbing. Like, oh my God, like it is so mind-numbing just killing straight bees for that long. But if you head on over here, man, my dragon's going so slow. We only have a minute left. I gotta go. We got a minute till server shut down. But yeah, if you head on over here in a group of 5, you're just fighting those elite bees. The density is insane. Like if you get, I would suggest take a tank or 2 tanks, and you just want to be pulling as many as you can, and then just some DPS that's going to pound. Here's the guy, by the way. This is the guy you got to turn it into, right? So you turn in 900 sizzling cinder pollen, which you're going to get from the bees. I'm going to show you. Again, this is the bee right here. I'll go ahead and mount on him just so you can see him all the way. Got 45 seconds. Okay, and then mount. Okay, this is him. He's pretty damn cool. And you can get him from killing his friends and family over and over again over here. Just these elite, any of the elite bees that you're seeing, any of the elite wolves, the rares that spawn through here, all of them are going to drop about 1 cinder pollen. Yeah, it's, oh, okay, we got the server closed there. But yeah, just head over there and just start killing a bunch of bees. And then eventually you'll farm out your cinder bee. It's called Metter Bee, but pretty cool mount. Pretty cool mount. I really enjoy that one. But all right, everyone, I'm going to close down the stream here. I really appreciate you all joining in. Thanks for watching both Twitch and on YouTube there. Thanks for joining in and chilling on the stream here today. I'm going to go ahead and shut down. I got a video to work on, and while the server's down for maintenance. But yeah, see you next time, Ian, there. Yeah, thanks for coming in and joining in. Thanks for those who came back, and thanks for everyone who came in for the first time. So Kuchak says, I refuse to touch grass. No problem, Kujax. Well, the server looks like it's only an hour, but last time they did extend the maintenance for an additional like hour and a half. So, I mean, you could get some grass touching in, but yeah, no pressure to do that either. You can always just wait for it to turn back on. But all right, everyone, thanks for coming in. Thanks for joining in. Just a reminder, if you are interested in joining the next stream or coming in and joining again later, every weekday at 8 a.m. EST is when you can find me here, both on Twitch and then also on YouTube if you want to join in. Yeah, I'd love to have you here. But all right, everyone, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.